27, guys. Episode 27. Welcome, men. Well, Trump supporters come in here and they do what they quite literally do best. They attempt to defend the indefensible, deplorable, degenerate, worst administration this United States has ever seen in the history of this country. And I'm simply just trying to see what it takes. What will it take for you to regret your vote for Trump? What will it take for us to change course to try and preserve what American values that we have left? You on the landscape waiting room? So, the prompt here is, Trump supporters, do you regret your vote? This platform specifically is for individuals, a safe space, if you will, who do very much regret their vote. People who saw the light and realized that Donald Trump is not the person that he was all made out to be by the media, by his administration, even from metrics of his first term. Clearly, the man has not been doing the hottest job. Clearly. So, if you do regret your vote, I want to know what it was. Was it an action? Was it a statement? What did it take for you to go, Trump is no longer the move, and I can't do this anymore? Super fascinated with that answer, super curious. Better yet, if you did vote for Trump and you do not regret your vote, I'm more than curious to want to know what those reasons are, and I will give you several reasons as to why I think you should. Continue to tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 5K and beyond. Send your daily heartbeats, knock out the one-set gift goals, repost, add it to your story, do all the things. Looks like we have our first guest up. Open mind. That is... I find your username to be hilarious, and you're about to prove why in a second, probably. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
And are you 18 or above?
Yes, I'm 28. 97 was my year.
What state are you in?
Yes, DC.
Got you. Do you regret your vote?
Absolutely not. So I voted for Trump based on my conservative views. So I'd like to start there because that's the main talking point for why I voted for him. I'd say that there's multiple sources now showing that when trans people go through gender-affirming surgery, the unaliving rate is increased, showing that if you always thought you were an apple and you were born a pear.
I'm sorry. Can you start over? What?
Yeah, so like I was saying, transgender people who go through gender-affirming surgery have an increase of unaliving, right? It's an increased rate of unaliving, showing that people who think they were an apple and then finally they're a pear and they think they're an apple and finally replicate what they want it to be, unalive themselves, showing that it's a lot deeper than replicating what you thought you wanted to be. That's not the solution, right? So inherently you can already see off the bat, and I'll drop the PMID handle below if you would like to see the source.
Sure. I don't know if your source is going to show anyone who wants to be an apple or a pear, but I digress.
Well, it's showing
what study would you be referencing?
It's showing that people who following gender-affirming surgery have an increased risk.
Yeah, I'm aware of your claim. Right? What study would you be referencing?
By the National Institute of Health. Do you believe the National Institute of Health is credible?
Can you give me the name of the study?
Yeah, I'll drop the PMID handle below, and I'll give you the name as well so everyone can follow.
You can just name it. Okay, that works. I love it when we ask them for sources and then they mentioned exactly money, exactly what a library. Like, it's like Fox News said it. Okay, that's gonna give me who said it, but I still have to find the particular article. Yeah, I'm very curious. I have never seen a single credible study to substantiate when people transition, they are more than likely to eat themselves due to the transition. But sure, we hear out everything here. Continue to tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 10K. Thank you guys so much for 5. Let's get it up to 10. Show the algorithm you want to be here. This individual is pulling up his study. Tell you what, I'll let up this next guy while he's doing his research.
I got it back if you're ready.
Got you. Go ahead.
It's called self-harm following gender-affirming surgery. Self-harm following gender-affirming surgery. So like I said, after gender-affirming surgery, the unaliving rate is increased, showing that whatever you
Risk
thought you
of
wanted
suicide
to be.
and self-harm following gender affirmation, National Institute of Health by J.J. Straub, 2024.
Yep. Do you want to maybe put it on the screen for us so we could follow with you?
Sure. Bum, 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 bum. What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Should have put my cursor up. Move you. So
yes, we can go straight to the conclusion if you'd like, or you can take a minute to read it. Up to you.
straight to conclusion. Interesting. What does the conclusion say?
That following gender affirming surgery, the unaliving rate is increased.
Interesting.
Exactly what I was saying.
Let's see. John Straub, Christina K. Paul, blah, blah, blah. This article has been corrected.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Yes, it's the same thing.
What was the
You can
correction?
go ahead and open. You can go ahead and open that as well if you want.
Sure.
It's the same.
What was the correction?
It's just the same. It's exactly. Go ahead, read it.
This article corrects the risk of suicide and self-harm following gender affirming E57472. Let's see. Original abstract conclusions. Gender affirming surgery is significantly associated with elevated suicide attempt risk, underlying the necessity for comprehensive post-procedure psychiatric support. Corrected to, patients who have undergone gender affirming surgery are associated with significantly elevated risk of suicide, highlighting the necessity for comprehensive post-procedure psychiatric support. Original first sentence of the conclusion section. The results of this study show that gender affirmation surgery is associated with significantly higher risk of suicide, unaliving, self, blah, 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 PTSD, compared to control groups in this real-world database. Corrected to, the results of the study indicate that patients who have undergone gender affirmation surgery and associated with significantly higher risk of suicide, self-harm, okay.
Yeah, so exactly the same thing. Just an updated version. But as I was saying, yeah, everything I said was exactly correct.
Reads. Where is the information? Let me view on publisher site. Let's do this. Filing. The article has been corrected to clarify the conclusions of the study. Two sentences have been revised as details below. The authors agree with these. Further reading. This is the art. Why can't I open it? This corrects the article. Yes, this is a corrected article. Am I tripping? Is it not allowing me to open it? What am I looking for here? What's up, Monica?
Hi, what's up? So I've read this study before. I can get you the link in a minute. I'm not on my laptop, so I can't secondary device it. Gotta do that mom shit and cook for my kids. But open. The group that they compared this group with was who?
What do you mean? It's whoever undergoes gender affirming surgery.
Why can't I
Correct.
open
Did they
this up?
compare those to transgender people who did not get gender affirming surgery?
Yeah, there's they did multiple groups, right?
Nope.
If you want, I can
yeah.
walk you through. I can walk you. Let's walk through it together. Why don't we?
No, the conclusion at the end actually talks about the fact that they are comparing the unalivement rate with the general population. So they are comparing it to cisgender people. They are not comparing it to trans people who got surgery versus people who did not. Also, even if you read the correction that Hector just read to you, this does not say that the risk is higher. They're saying the risk is higher for that population in general. And so we need psychiatric support post gender affirming surgery. It is not against gender affirming surgery. It does not make that claim. It simply says that people who get gender affirming surgery need continued psychiatric care.
So you didn't read the source, is what you're telling me.
I did.
Apparently you
Also,
did.
somebody else brought this source up the other day in Jovan's.
Yeah, you didn't read the source. So if you didn't understand the source, we should walk through it together.
Let me send it to Hector so you can bring it up.
I mean, according to what he pointed me to, is this curious part of Springer nature. This is just showing these conclusions, which, to be clear, does, as you said, Monica, make the comparison between a general population control group, but I'm not seeing who the groups are, how this assessment was made, and what exact comparisons were made. This is just a page.
If you go through the abstract, you can look at the control groups they had. But I mean, you've seen the conclusion. Regardless, whoever's following gender affirming surgery is increased of unaliving rate.
The conclusion would be relevant based off of where the comparisons were made and the groups that they controlled for, which again, according to what you gave me here, and I'm on, let's see, PMC, NCBI, NLM, NIH.gov, I have yet to get any deeper into this study outside of literally one-page conclusions.
Yeah, perfect. So I'll wait for you guys to approve it. you're gonna want to find that anywhere in the article, that'd be nice.
I mean, the link you literally gave me, the link that we confirmed at the beginning of this, does not show how this was done. It just shows the conclusion.
It's
So do you know how to get to those sectors that you were talking about?
Wait, do you believe the National Institute of Health?
The National Institute of Health is a library for studies. The study you were talking about, I believe, is the one by J.J. Straub, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
John J. Straub.
I posted it in the live chat for you. That's the one that brings up the entire thing. It gives you the small abstract and conclusion. Then you can go all the way through the methodologies. It gives you the full conclusion at the bottom.
Thank you. This is a source. Fucking W's in the chat to Monica. This is a source. Introduction.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up.
I know. I can make hamburger helpers with salad and fresh bread all at the same time while doing this. Interesting.
The introduction is fascinating.
You trying to argue the opposite of the conclusion is so ridiculous right now. This is so funny.
6. This retrospective study utilized de-identified patient data from the TriNetX database involving 56 United States healthcare organizations, over 90 million patients. Study involved 4 cohorts, cohort A.
I mean, just even think a little bit. Why would the National Institute of Health post an article?
Adults aged 18 through 60 who had gender-affirming surgery and an emergency visit. Cohort B, control group of adults with emergency visits but no gender-affirming surgery. Cohort C, control group of adults with emergency visits, tubal ligation or vasectomy, but no gender-affirming. Okay, hold on.
So there's multiple control groups, right? So it's not biased, right? So they have to do multiple control groups to gain a firm understanding of the outcome. You have to do multiple control groups,
mind.
Right?
The multiple control groups and the conclusions that you would draw from said control groups to make this claim on transgender individuals, this group that was controlled for would have to be a comparison of transgender individuals, right?
Yeah, can you finish reading?
Yeah, I can. So the study involved 4 cohorts. These are the methods, okay? Cohort A, adults age 18 through 60 who had gender-affirming surgery and an emergency visit. Many people get gender-affirming surgery, not just trans people. Can you repeat
that real quick? Hold up. Repeat that real quick, really slow.
Adults
Monica can understand that.
18 through 60 who had gender-affirming surgery and an emergency visit.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Now let's continue.
So you do understand that would not be trans people exclusively, correct? In fact, the majority of people who get gender-affirming care are not trans.
Do you know what gender-affirming care is?
Yes. Do you know what gender-affirming care is?
What is gender-affirming care?
Do you know what gender-affirming care is?
Yeah, I just asked you the question. How are you going to answer the question? I just asked you. What is gender-affirming care?
I did answer the question.
Go ahead and look it up on Google real quick so you understand.
Yes, I have no, actually, no. I have someone who can explain gender-affirming care.
You just told me the majority of the population who isn't trans gets gender-affirming surgery.
No, I never said the majority of the population.
You know how lost and clueless
those words
you are
never
right
came
now?
out of my mouth.
You know
I
how
never
lost and
said,
clueless you are
hey,
right now?
when did I say the majority of the population gets gender-affirming care?
Okay, then rephrase what you said.
Okay, cool.
What did you say then?
I said the majority of people who get gender-affirming care are not trans. That would not be the majority of the population.
How is that different than what I said? Explain. Give me the 3
because
points.
The majority of the population would be the majority of the population, in which case we'd be referencing the United States or the world. You can't use majority of the population versus people who get gender-affirming care, which would be a smaller criteria versus the entirety of the United States or the world. Does that make sense?
I'm cooking you guys.
I'm sure. Hey, Mothra.
You just use general population.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I am having a blast here. This is super funny. So Mothra, I'd love for you to speak to this. I really love to you because I just really have this thing about like regular dudes who just like to cry about trans people and then have conversation with other people who are not trans. So if you wouldn't mind elaborating, exactly I would greatly appreciate it.
Even though I just dropped the source stating exactly what I said, and you can't debunk
the thing.
Sure.
Hector and Monty are correct because if you actually look at the definition of gender-affirming care, it literally states that it's anything that happens to affirm your gender. So that's plastic surgery, like when a woman gets transplants, when even hair transplant actually is considered gender-affirming care, because it's so interesting that we've harped on only trans people when also hormone replacement therapy and hormone blockers were originally made for people that were not trans, and that is also considered gender affirming care. A lot of people don't realize that, and it's interesting to me that cis people like to use that or lobby that against us, when in fact it has helped our community. And also, real quick question open, actually, how many trans people, what are the percentage of trans people that have gender dysphoria?
I don't know. I just made my claim and I still haven't been proven wrong on my claim, so I'm waiting for that. Then we can continue with whatever questions you have
because
after.
I want you to know, do you know what gender dysphoria is?
Like I said, I like to stay on my claim, and after my claim, we can discuss whatever you'd like to discuss.
It is a huge thing to deal with your claim.
After you debunk my claim, then we can continue with
Got you.
whatever.
No problem.
You don't
really quickly, Mathra. Really quickly. Cool. I'm not going to say I fully debunked your claim unless you have more unless you have more to contest when we go deeper into the study. I do want to let you know that the literal methodology of this study to make draw the conclusion that trans people are the ones who are significantly more likely to yeet after getting gender affirming care would be significantly flawed if you're not comparing it to other transgender people. If you're including every single person, which would include people who are not trans, the majority of the population who isn't trans, and the individuals who would be in the study based off of said population, then you cannot draw such conclusions. That would be a disingenuous study and a disingenuous conclusion.
So you believe the National Institute of Health would provide an article with a disingenuous conclusion? That's what you believe?
It's a library of
That's
published.
what you believe. No,
It
just
is
say
a
it. Hold on.
library. You don't understand what the NIH is. It is
He
a
doesn't.
library of published
Money, can you
studies.
not answer?
Do you
Can
not
you let him
understand
answer?
that? Do
Hey,
you not understand?
every
He's going to
single
answer the
person
same
can
exact fucking way I just
literally.
did. Do you not understand that studies can then be debunked and have counter studies and have updates like the one you just provided?
Just a library, my guy.
Yet you still can't debunk my study.
I don't want to take this on
Yet you
Moss,
still
go
can't
ahead.
debunk my study. That's so funny how you
Literally
just said all
did
that.
in
We're
0.2
still 10
seconds. Go
minutes
ahead,
in this
Moss.
conversation without any debunking of my study.
The reason
That's
I
how
ask
funny
you,
this is.
no, the
This
reason
is-
I ask you about gender dysphoria is it actually
This is pure
goes
comedy.
it goes into the statistics of people who unalive themselves when they don't have gender affirming care or surgery.
Did you not read the cohort study and the first methodology of it? Or do you want to go back and read it before you get in the conversation?
No, I've read it, first of all.
So, okay, so what are they
but do
comparing?
you not know
Give me the
that
three groups they're
ties-
comparing.
Can you
Give me the
please? It ties into it.
you answer,
No,
if you can give me the
after
three
you
groups they're
answer
using.
me. Because if you're going to bring trans people, you also have to put in gender dysphoria within that argument. You cannot exclude gender dysphoria because not all trans people have gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria, and actually gender dysphoria can happen within cis people as well. That is why there are people who get
Do you know what my
gender
claim
affirming
was?
care.
Do you know what my claim was?
Yes, I heard you. Yeah.
Repeat my claim. Can you repeat my claim?
Mothra, really quickly.
Mhm.
I'm asking because I legit don't know. In order to get like I guess gender affirming surgery for trans people, wouldn't a diagnosis have to happen beforehand for gender dysphoria? Or am
Yes.
I wrong? Okay, just want to be clear.
In order to, so what goes down as well, a lot of people don't realize is there's therapy included when it comes to gender affirming care. When it comes to trans people, you need a proper diagnosis with gender dysphoria, or and it's quite interesting because it takes, I believe, for adults it takes 2 to 3 years, and that's only if it's like extreme surgery. Like they're not just gonna randomly be like, oh yeah, you want, you know, your lower parts to be changed. No, that's an extreme surgery that you need to seek therapy for.
So, Mother, can you tell me back my claim?
First of all, it's Moth or Mothra, not Mother.
Mother. Sorry, I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't understand what it was. But can you give me back what I said? What was my claim?
Can I give a summary of your claim? Because basically you're comparing apples
it was a sentence.
to oranges.
My claim was a sentence.
You're comparing.
You don't need a summary just to say a sentence.
You're comparing gender affirming care.
So you don't know my claim.
You are claiming that gender affirming care can lead to higher risks of self-unalivement.
Can you say my claim verbatim or not? Yes or no?
Your
I don't know,
claim
'cause
was that
been
Exactly.
trans
yapping so
people,
much.
after
Host,
undergoing
host,
gender
host, I'm talking to her
affirming
because she's trying to argue
care,
with me when she doesn't
have a
understand what the whole claim
significantly
is.
higher
That's the whole
risk
point of this.
of self-harm.
You're fighting
Was
on a
that
topic
your
you don't
claim?
even understand about.
Yes
You
or
don't even
no?
know the claim. And
Was
you're trying
that
to
your
come up in here
claim?
and try to talk
Yes
like you know something.
or no? I didn't ask her to come up.
Repeat
And ask
the
them to
claim
come up.
first, and then
I did not ask them to come up to go back and forth with you on the specific wording. I asked them to come up and speak specifically on what I asked them to, which is what they did. That's all
Whoever you
they
have-
did. So open mind. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Please confirm with me. Was your claim that transgender individuals are significantly more likely to be at risk of self-harm after undergoing gender-affirming care?
My claim was following gender affirming surgery, the unaliving rate is increased.
Surgery. Thank you. That is actually a good clarifier. Got you.
Yeah,
Surgery.
that-
Sure, but
that
he
was
said
ex-
trans people specifically.
He sure did.
That's exactly
he
my
absolutely
claim.
did.
So,
and you
host,
said trans
what I would
people
recommend for you
specifically.
is if
And
have
you
people-
said trans people specifically. So then I
Host.
went to your study and you thought you cooked up here based off of a title. You presented me with an article that did not show the intricate details or methods and methodology of said study. Thanks to
Showed you the
Monica
methodology. You read it was
doing
based
the
on
homework that you should have
18
done
to
before you
62.
came up on this panel,
You
I
read
was then
it.
able to actually look at the methods used in the study to where we discovered a fundamental flaw in it, which was
Where's the flaw?
this
Where's the
did
flaw?
not
Where's the
compare
flaw? Where's the flaw? You
transgender
still haven't said the
individuals
flaw.
exclusively
Nobody here has
after
said the flaw.
surgery
Where's
to
the flaw?
I'm literally telling you, if you would listen closely to the words coming out of my mouth, maybe you'd follow along. The problem with this study is that it includes every single person who's undergone any form of gender affirming care. Okay? That's the problem with the study. That's the
Isn't
issue.
the study based on gender affirming surgery?
Yes.
What do you expect?
Gender
they would
affirming
get?
care
Where
can
would
be
they
a
gather
surgery,
their
but let's keep
information?
being
It's based
specific.
on gender
Gender-affirming
surgery.
surgery.
Think before you
Did
speak,
you
buddy.
know that
Think
a
before
hair
you speak. You
transplant
sound ridiculous.
is gender affirming surgery?
And if you have somebody come up on the panel,
Did you
they should
know that a
understand the
hair
claim.
transplant
They should
is
understand the claim
gender-affirming
before trying to
surgery?
start an argument with somebody, because you can't
Hey,
just have a debate
hey,
without
man,
understanding the
did
claim.
you understand? Do you understand that a hair transplant is gender affirming surgery?
Did I say it wasn't?
Oh, so it's a yes.
Did I say it wasn't?
So it's a yes. I'm asking you a question. I never said you said anything.
You haven't answered.
I would
any
have
of
made
my
an
questions. It's
accusation
funny how
that you did.
haven't
I've literally
any
answered
of my
every single one of your
but
questions.
You make me
I've
answer
literally
all yours
answered
questions.
every single one of your
And
questions.
I've been-
Can you
I've
tell me?
been
Okay, cool.
1v3
What question? What
all
question
you
did I not
guys.
answer? What question
I
did I not
1v3'd
answer?
all
What
you
question
guys.
did I
Okay.
not answer?
Perfect. Can you point to me exactly in the article?
Hold on.
Does it-
No. You said I didn't answer a question. What question did I not answer?
Well, like I asked you, is the unaliving rate increased for gender affirming surgery? Yes or no?
According to the study, no.
Where in the study does it say it's not?
No,
'Cause
I
in the
didn't say it
conclusion
didn't
it
say
says
that.
it is.
I didn't say it didn't say that. Listen.
So in the
closely to
study it
words
says
coming
it
out of
is,
my mouth.
right?
According to the study, no, because I cannot ascertain this claim
So, okay,
based
so
off.
show-
Let me finish. Okay, you asked me a question.
show us-
I'm answering it.
Show us.
According to this study,
Prove
no.
it.
Because this study could
So
not
show
possibly ascertain that transgender individuals, after getting gender affirming
You're so
surgery,
disingenuous.
are significantly
I cooked-
more likely to be at risk for self-harm,
I cooked all
considering
three.
the fact that they did
You're
not
so
make the
disingenuous.
comparison
This was too
between
easy.
other
This was too
transgender
easy.
individuals and the ones who underwent the surgery. You can't make said claim if you're comparing cisgendered people like myself who would go to fucking
So
Turkey,
show me in the
and I
conclusion
go
where it
to
says
Turkey
otherwise.
and I get a hair transplant,
Show me in the
and because
conclusion
it's
where
a
it says
surgery,
otherwise.
a gender affirming
Show me-
surgery, I would then be mixed in a pool of
host.
trans people who
Host,
have
what does conclusion
vastly
mean?
different circumstances than me
Host,
and would not
define
identify
conclusion.
with cis
Define
like
conclusion,
I do.
host.
Because then you muddy the
Hector,
entire study.
define
Because if you're adding
conclusion,
cis
Hector.
people into it, then you
Hector.
cannot base the study or make the
Hector,
premise of the study
define
trans
conclusion.
people. Does that make sense?
Hector, define conclusion. Do you know what conclusion means?
Conclusion.
Yeah, can you define that, please?
The end.
Perfect. Now, when you go into the conclusion, what do they conclude, Hector? Or do you
Actually,
not
I'm not
understand
okay with
English?
that. I know it
Do you
is the
not
end, but I want to
understand
read
English,
the
Hector?
end or finish of an event
you-
or process. There you go. Now what?
To summarize the end. Yes, based on this, and this is the end summary. Yes, right? So now can you go to the conclusion and read it out loud so you understand? Maybe
I'm sorry.
read it
I've
a
read the
couple
conclusion
times.
twice now.
Perfect. So what is the
So you
conclusion?
keep going back to the conclusion of an
Hector, what
inaccurate
is the
study.
conclusion, Hector?
You
What is the
keep going
conclusion?
back to the conclusion
Hector,
of an
answer my
inaccurate
questions,
study.
Hector. What is the conclusion,
I
Hector?
literally answered your question twice.
No, you haven't.
I literally have. I read
No,
it
you
on
haven't.
live.
Hector,
You
what does
literally
the
had me read
conclusion
it.
say?
Hey, did I not read the
Hector.
title? Did I not read the
Hector,
title of this?
I didn't say a title.
Did I
What
not
does
read the title? You
conclusion
did. You said risk of suicide and self-harm following gender-affirming surgery. You asked
Now
me to
read
read
the
the conclusion,
conclusion,
and I
Hector.
did.
What
in
does the
fact,
conclusion say?
I remember making a red flag of
This
something.
3v1
Hey,
was
yeah.
so easy.
I remember making a red flag of something. I said, "Oh, wait, there's a correction here. Did you check the correction?" You said yes. Click on the correction and continue reading. It says the same thing. I remember you saying that. I click on the correction. I continue to read the original and the correction of the conclusion of the study that you're whining about. So we are all very aware of the conclusion.
What does the conclusion say,
You
Hector?
keep dying on the hill of a conclusion as if that makes it definitive fact. It cannot possibly be definitive fact or an objective reason that you can use to make your claim about trans people,
Hector,
because it doesn't include only trans
you
people.
yapping doesn't help.
I know. In fact, I think I'm wasting my time yapping. I think I need to stop yapping, and I'm going to move on to another guest. When you actually... Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't see you, Eli. Fuck. I didn't see you, Eli. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I just got here. No, you're good. You're
I'm
good.
going to
It's
drop down, Hector, and have dinner since you have plenty of ammo here. You guys got it handled. Love y'all. I'm out.
Thank you so much, Monica, for coming up. Friendly reminder, Monica did the homework that this individual did not do. All he knew were conclusions and not the methodology of the study to make said conclusion, which showed him to be incorrect. Fucking W's to Monica. She goes live typically every morning, I think, except for weekends. Monica, make sure you put something in the chat so they can follow you. Thank you so much, Monica, for coming up. That was embarrassing. Like, I've heard some really bad arguments before, but bro said, what is the conclusion? The conclusion... Okay, guys. Check this out. Let's have an experiment. I read a study that said Trump supporters' brains are the size of peanuts. Okay? The conclusion says, because of the way that Trump supporters like to come up on panels and not understand the methodology of studies cited, that is clear evidence that their brains can't possibly be bigger than a peanut. Otherwise, they would never make said claim to begin with. That is a conclusion. That is an end to an event or process, per the definition of conclusion, right?
Call from
Hold on a second. Hey, Dan, hold on a second.
Hey, open mind, by the way, really quick.
Yes.
HRT saved my life. I don't want to unalive myself because about 10 months ago, I started HRT and I want to live for the very first time in my life. So I don't really care what your arguments and your little cute little studies are that you come up here and waste your energy on. Like, you spend so much time thinking about me, bro. I don't even know who the fuck you are. I don't know your name. I don't know anything about you, but I will tell you that I started HRT and it saved my life, bro. And I am a handsome mother trucker, dude. I am so handsome.
Hold on a second.
I am so handsome.
Hold on a second.
And I know it. And you're upset because you're like, oh no, this dude was not born with the winky. I don't know. And I'm upset because he looks better than me. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I can't help that. But I know that HRT makes me want to live, bro. I have love in the form of like incredible community.
Hold on one second, Eli. Hold on one second. So, the study, okay? Trump supporters' brains are the size of peanuts. Based off the way they make their arguments and allegations, there's no possible way that their brain could be bigger than a peanut, and otherwise they wouldn't make these claims, right? That is the conclusion of my study. So, if you come to find out the methodology of my study is, say, I met a Trump supporter one day and he pissed me off and I really didn't like how he was arguing and I drew this conclusion, you can use said methodology to conduct said study. Thank you so much, Pedro. To say, hey, this study is full of shit. This study is disingenuous. This study isn't fair. To be clear, there are studies that show other things about Trump supporters' brains. We won't get into that. The point is, that would be a ridiculous study. That's a stupid study. I don't care where the fuck it's published. It's wrong. So there's that. I do want you guys to say your piece, but we have this guy waiting. Just give me 1 second. Fuck.
Oh, I said my piece. I'm good. That was my piece.
Fucking W, Eli. Call, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty, what's your name?
Ben.
Ben, did you vote for Trump?
I did, yeah.
Wonderful. And do you regret your vote?
No.
All right, why is that?
Um, I think that the country is moving in the right direction, but I have a question for you, and it's a
W
serious
Erica Ray, by the
question.
way. Big W's to you
Do
guys. Tap the screen.
is the purpose of this call, because I just came upon your channel, is it to have honest dialogue, or is it to get mad at one another and talk over one another?
I think the purpose of every single individual, every single individual that I talk to, and the purpose of that call or the conversation that we have is ultimately dependent on them. I start off honest, I start off genuine, and then I have individuals who come up and use real bullshit studies to make egregious claims. So there's that. But the conversation that we have is going to ultimately be dependent on you. I am committing to going into this conversation with an open mind and in consideration of everything that you're saying, but I also don't play with misinformation. I also don't play with inconclusive studies. And then that's where I'm going to really make the, stop everything and correct things. So there's
Cool.
that.
Yeah. No, cool. I think it's good. Let's dialogue, dude.
Okay. I believe you said that Trump is, you believe he was moving the country in the better direction or something along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal: is I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I try and choose what candidate I think is going to be best for the country and the future of the country and my children as we progress. So I certainly didn't think Kamala Harris was going to be better than Trump. Now, Trump, does he have his flaws? Absolutely. Is he a little egotistical, to say the least? Yes. Are all of his policies and thoughts good? No. I don't think any president is, but I think there are some things that I would say he's moving in the right direction. And I'll give you some examples that I think are beneficial not only to us, but also the rest of the world.
Sure, I have no problem with that, but we have a little issue here. So,
Okay.
you said you certainly believe that he would have been better than Kamala. One of the issues that I have with Trump supporters and that statement that they make is that, in my personal anecdotal experience, the average Trump supporter does not know Kamala Harris or understand what her policy platform was. So, what I want to do, and I won't take too long, is at least make a two policy comparison between what Kamala Harris ran off of and what Donald Trump ran off of. Because if we can make that assertion and see which one was objectively better, then we can articulate the argument that Trump was better than Kamala or Kamala was better than Trump. Is that fair?
Discussion, not argument.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, sure. Discussion. Is that fair?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay, well, that's what. So my question to you would be, what would be one of the policies that you believe Donald Trump had that was better than Kamala Harris's in comparison?
I think so. I'm a home builder. I think some of the deregulation that's going through right now is a good thing, right? Restricting certain areas that you can't build in, because at one point in time there was a certain type of turtle found in that area, is to the detriment of American citizens who are already dealing with sky-high home prices. Would you agree?
Sure. Preserving certain areas can contribute, if enough of that happens, to less land, which would then contribute to higher prices of said land. Sure.
He's saying the opposite, I think. Sorry,
Right.
Hector.
So
I think he's saying
that's one good thing. I think the FDA commissioner that he appointed, Marty McCary, is a good fit. He is a objective man out of Hopkins, and he kind of stands by the truth and follow where the truth takes him. So I think the FDA is going to move in a better direction.
Okay, hold on. We moved on to the second point. So
just to clarify, he's trying to say, Hector, I think that building houses is more important than saving turtles. And I just wanted to reiterate that the ecosystem is really important. And so there's a reason why we have those protections,
yes.
For instance, the shark population.
Back to your point. back to your point.
Okay.
I believe you thought that was the end of the conversation there. So yes, while certain land not being available for home building could contribute to higher prices in terms of availability, we do have a ton of land that is available. I've seen no study whatsoever that supports the claim that there's not enough land to build homes on. In fact, everything's being scooped up predominantly in, say, blue cities, actually, versus red states that have a lot more rural areas compared to urban areas. Not to mention, a part of Kamala Harris's plan in her first term was to build 3 million new homes. A sector of that, as presented in her A New Way Forward for the Middle Class, the 82-page document showing her policies, was to open up federal land specifically to build said homes on. And you said you're a contractor. She also wanted to incentivize people like you to build affordable homes. You could have got tax credits and benefits to build said homes with energy saving technology to not only build affordable homes for Americans, but then homes that would also reduce their average electricity cost.
Right. Which I think well intentioned, but I don't believe in tax incentives for anything to be more efficient. And let me make my point on this, and I think it'll make it a little more clear. I think increasing competition will inherently drive down costs, and I've seen this throughout my own life. That if you have 50 contractors come in and start bidding jobs, the price will go down. Now, if you incentivize contractors through the government, it doesn't work like that, right? Like prices will remain higher.
How does the
because they're getting subsidized from the government
contractors stop the other contractors from competing?
Say that again?
How does the incentivizing of select contractors to build these homes, some of these federal contractors, stop the other contractors from competing?
Great question. So let's talk about how she would have incentivized, and then I'll give, you quoted this article or this page of her plan forward on to incentivize contractors. So how was she going to do that?
One of them were tax breaks, tax incentives.
Okay. Tax incentives on like their employees, on their tax incentives in what way?
The taxes that they would pay to the government. They could have gotten tax breaks for participating with the government on these homes. Part of their contracts.
So you're saying for their net profits, they would have gotten a tax break.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that the only way that they were going to incentivize them? And how does that look
only
in terms
of? I'm not sure if it's the only one. That's the first one I can think of off the top of my head. It's been a while since I read the document.
Okay. So here's my personal experience, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What I have seen when government comes in and subsidizes a project, for example, I live in Maryland, right? So right outside of D.C. and Baltimore, there's a lot of projects. The projects, say the local government or D.C. or the federal government will come in and say, we have a $500 million project that we need done, okay? And then they select a contractor to do that. Well, the contractor really has no incentive to finish that project any faster than the deadline because that money's already there.
You don't think,
right? And there's no.
You don't think there would be stipulations on these incentives?
I'm sure there would be, but have you taken a government contract before? Have you ever?
No, I have not.
you? I'm sorry, but
Yes,
have you ever?
I have. I'm a
personal
contract
experience with
office
government
representative.
contracts?
No, I have. I managed a $13 million contract while in the military. I moved up to about 17 million.
Eli.
I know, but I'm letting you know that I actually am a legal, certified contract office
I have.
representative.
It's on TikTok. I have panelists. They're talking to me. You're good.
Oh, okay. I guess my point is that they're very sloppy, and when the government's footing the bill, it's not one person. So I guess where I'm getting with this is if we move over to the houses, right? If you have 50 contractors come in to bid for a housing, say development, right? The cost will come down as opposed to a government-backed subsidy. It's proven over throughout my life, throughout my dad's life, and throughout my grandfather's life, all of whom were home builders. So I think that end of it, Trump is trying to do the right thing because, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, we do live in a capitalist society, and capitalism thrives and works best when there's competition. And it doesn't work well when there's not. I mean, look at Amazon, right?
I think the problem with everything that you're saying is that, and during the peak of these contractors building homes, we still saw the cost of homes go up even under the Trump administration. Obviously, not to the significant amount that it went up under Biden due to inflation, supply and demand, so on and so forth. But the cost still went up. And that's with the government not doing any of these subsidies. So the allegation that you're making that these incentives would have made homes more expensive or delayed progress or anything of that nature don't really work well in that area. So there's that. Not to mention, again, we would have stipulations on these incentives where, hey, you have to meet this deadline, you have to do this, you have to do this. If you're going to make an argument that the individuals can take advantage of the government and say make excuses that maybe someone who's not properly vetting these contracts could allow to happen, that's a completely separate argument. In which case, that would substantiate everything I'm saying about the government just being fucked up and backed up, and we need to do something about that. But that wouldn't be an indicator of the plan in and of itself presented by Kamala Harris being bad, or better yet, worse than Donald Trump's plan, which was nothing. Donald Trump presented no plan whatsoever to actually bring down the cost of homes, to get people into homes. In fact, he presented policies that would have increased the cost of homes, specifically tariffs on places like Canada, where we get a large portion of our wood from.
Right. No, I totally agree. Yeah, I will say, and I think this is lip service that he's providing to
yes, Pedro.
I guess the moderates like myself, by saying that he's not going to allow large institutional investors to buy American homes anymore. Did you see that announcement, and what are your thoughts on that?
Mention the announcement again.
He's going to ban or prohibit large institutional investors from buying American homes like Blackstone.
Yes, I did see that. I believe it was some type of. Actually, I don't even know if it was executive order, but I know he mentioned it.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's a start. It's a good idea, but again, if it's an executive order, it means nothing. Donald Trump needs to get better at actually passing laws so we can enforce them.
And Hector, wasn't Kamala already?
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I think
Kamala Harris planned to pass a price gouging ban federally, not control. Price gouging federally. That wouldn't just apply to groceries, it would apply to literally everything, where some of these corporations were jacking up the prices unnecessarily outside of reasonable profit-based incentives, and then that would have helped solve a lot of things. Again, there would have been an issue with enforcement in regards to all the other things the government has going on, but then to be clear, we're talking about a Democrat who actually doesn't mind putting money into hiring agencies and additional people to handle said issue, versus Republicans who more so want to limit departments and straight up delete them.
Right, got them. Yeah.
Also, too, the book that's Eli highlighted, The Color of Law,
I think the problem is, and I think something that I'm not sure. How old are you, Hector?
In California, and so his shit about how people wouldn't be incentivized.
Ben?
So
how old are you?
The Color of Law, that book by Richard
Rothstein, you are
28.
They are white soldiers that came back from the military after serving.
The younger generation really needs to focus on. My generation, I'm 40. Like the two-party system needs to die, right? And independents need to form, because it's not Democrat and it's not Republican. It's got to change.
I agree with you. So here's listen, let me be clear. In 2024 election, I was going to vote for Marianne Williamson. I did not like the idea of voting for Biden. I didn't like, obviously, fuck Trump. So I was going to vote third party until I realized what a waste of time that was. So I decided to vote for Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. Once I got to know her, I was super confident in that vote, and I stand on it today. Ultimately, I still would look at the average third party candidate and say they more so represent everything that I want versus anybody in office right now. But they don't have a party. In fact, the closest way this is gonna blow your mind, Ben. Did you know that the closest way to get to third-party candidates actually having any type of credibility or viability is by voting Democrat?
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I mean, the donors for the Republican Party want to keep those walls in place at all costs, for sure. No, that doesn't surprise me one bit. I would agree with that.
Yeah. So polled, the majority of not the majority, when polled, a large portion of the country would prefer things like ranked choice voting over the electoral college. If we abolish the electoral college, that would take a significant power away from the Democratic and the Republican Party and give the chance to individuals who don't identify as such to actually rank up based off of their own policy platform and merit, and not just based off of super PACs behind them, DNC, RNC, all that crap. More Democrats than even maybe, I would say a total of 10 maximum in the Republican Party actually support ranked choice voting, specifically in areas that you may hate, New York, California, so on and so forth. But it's it's more represented in the Democratic Party versus the Republicans who just want to consolidate their power. So the closer to get to what you want is going to involve voting for the people that I don't think you clearly like. And we could talk about that more and what exactly turns you off with Democrats and what made you vote for Trump. But a quick recap. And again, this is going back to the point that I made earlier about comparing Harris and Trump's policies. It is good to be informed about the policies before we say what's better and what's worse, which it sounds like you were a little bit unaware of some things. To be fair, you still have your objections to it and your apprehension of the government being involved. I understand that completely. But regardless, now that we're a little bit more informed on things, one actually had a plan versus the other one, which was nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I resonated with a lot of Americans that, the government did a really, really poor job with the pandemic, and they lied to us a lot about a lot of those things. And that was a hard pill to swallow, man. That was really hard. I think just the censorship under the Biden administration, and just like the false information, I mean, I have a master's degree in health science, and I was a physician assistant for 10 years.
No way. Nope. It
was no. We're not doing that. Came out of that administration during COVID was just a complete shit show, man.
No. Pause him, please. Eli? Pause him for a second. Can you ask him to pause for a second so I don't overstimulate everyone?
Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on. So I want to address the first thing you said about the lies of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I want to be clear that the very first lie that was told and perpetuated throughout the entirety of the thing was by the guy you voted for, Donald Trump, when he said that it was nothing, it would be gone in 2 weeks, sunlight takes care of it, you don't have to social distance, masks are a joke. The head of the country at the time was putting forward the biggest lies that you're talking about. So let's be clear about that. Secondly, when it comes to censorship, I love this topic actually, because I seem to talk to a large group of people who legitimately believe like Democrats were shutting people the fuck up during the pandemic. We can definitely get back to that, but I just want to go back to the fact that the president of the United States was the one perpetuating lies about the pandemic, which directly contributed to people dying.
Yeah. So what was the mortality rate in healthy young individuals for COVID?
No.
I believe on average, the recovery rate of the vid was
the mortality rate.
Mortality rate. I guess it would roughly be between 5 and 7% because the recovery rate was 93%.
Ask him how many people
healthy young individuals.
Ask him how many people that is total.
Very low.
Next.
It was very low.
Very, very low.
Do you know how many people died in total?
Yeah, we'll get to that. So
no.
When I went to graduate school, right, I took a class called
and failed out because you sucked.
And in the class, right, they taught us whenever there's a pandemic or any type of epidemic, the biggest thing that they taught us was you never quarantine the young and healthy. And do you know why that is?
No, elaborate.
It's so you can establish herd immunity in your community.
Don't listen to this man. Anybody who can hear my voice, do not listen to this man.
So I'm trying to figure out why they wanted to lock us down for such a prolonged period of
He's
time.
lying. He's lying about his history and a degree. He went online and he read something and he said, I'm like blah blah blah. Eli Hector doesn't like me. Yes, he does. He's just on the phone.
What? Y'all shut the fuck up. Eli's my friend. It's just I can't control all the different things. So I just did a quick Google search on this because again, I am not a medical expert. I did not study in any of this shit. What I did see, I just Googled never quarantine the young and healthy medical principle. That's what I Googled. Based on the provided search results, there's no direct, credible scientific or public health evidence presented that suggests never quarantine the young and healthy. The results primarily discuss the mental health impacts of quarantine, such as increased depression and anxiety in children, and mention the CDC's evolving guidelines. To add on to that, just based off of what I do know, is that the quarantining specifically wasn't for the young and healthy that you referenced that would have had the lowest mortality rate. It was for, lowest mortality rate. It was for the people susceptible the most to the pandemic, or the virus, I should say, via pre-existing health conditions, regardless of age.
Sure. So why not quarantine them?
Well, they were. The quarantine was broad.
Right. It was a blanket quarantine that included the young and healthy.
Yes, because the young and healthy, while they may not have been, again, susceptible to dying from it, still spread it. That was the point.
But if
That's how my grandma almost
people are quarantined, how are they going to get it?
What now?
If the susceptible people, like you're saying, the people with comorbidities and obesity, diabetes, smoking, heart disease, whatever it may be, if those people are susceptible, they're going to quarantine. The young and healthy go out and live their lives. How are those people going to get it?
Okay, ChatGPT.
Because these people, some of these susceptible people could have been their grandmothers, their grandfathers, their kids, their employees, co-workers, so on and so forth. Not to mention, just quarantining the people that we would diagnose and tested and confirmed to have the vid wouldn't have changed the vid spreading out in public and going from person to person to where days would have went by before people inevitably get tests. We find out they have COVID, and then we find out that they interacted with this many people. So then it spread to other people, and then other people, and then other people. That was the purpose of the majority of people being asked to quarantine, to social distance, and inevitably get vaccinated, which, to be clear, wasn't a mandate. I'm not vaccinated. I never was forced to.
Right. So, but you understand what I'm saying, right? So if these people that are high-risk individuals...
I actually don't.
If they were... I'm sorry?
I actually don't. Like, I understand the argument you're trying to make, which was if you're a high risk, you stay home and everyone else live their lives. But the spread of the virus wasn't dependent on if you were high risk or not. You can be the healthiest individual.
But that's
you
the
can
idea.
Carry it to other people and not even catch it. But then you would still spread it to others.
Yeah, but that's the idea. You spread it and you let it. Do you understand? Like, do you know what like a burn rate is? Like, as soon as it spreads and everyone gets immunity, then it's a non-issue anymore. It doesn't drag on for 2.5 years like it did.
I'm unaware of any study, even from the most Republican doctors, that substantiated herd immunity through the virus spreading.
Hector, do you have drop options?
I do.
Okay.
I'll do a poll. Okay.
Because if it's a galaxy, I'm sending that shit right now.
No, it's more than that. What is your...
I'll throw it in a circle.
What is your...
I don't have money.
Okay, specifically, I want to narrow this down. What exactly was your issue with the handling of the pandemic, I guess, on the Democratic side?
Oh, no, so Democrat, Republican, I loop into the government because they're all elected and paid to lie to
One
us.
in the chat if y'all want to do a drop pool, two in the chat if
issue
not.
is the
One in the
blatant
chat
lies.
if you want to do a drop pool, two in the chat if
came out
not. I'm fine
initially
talking to him,
and
but y'all
said
are pissed
that
off.
we don't need to wear masks too, right? Which is ludicrous that he would say that, right? So from that point all the way to, so all the lies that were told from Fauci in the beginning to when they came out and said that the mRNA vaccine would be 95% effective and not getting COVID, right? And every lie in between.
Okay. So I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm going to ask you to do something that I'm trying to be fair here. I'm going to ask you to do something that I've not gotten a single Trump supporter to do before. When did MRA, the creators of the MRA vaccine, ever claim that there was a 94% a guarantee that you would not reduce the spread or anything, but that you would not get COVID upon getting the shot?
It's literally in the study. They published that data. Yeah, Moderna published that data. Moderna and Pfizer have the exact same data, basically. It might be 1 or 2% off, but it's high to mid 90s that you will not get it. You can go on Moderna and Pfizer's website, and you can find it there. You can look at the NIH and the PubMed studies. They're all there. It literally said that.
Let's do Moderna, and let's start with Moderna. That showed a 90%. I'm just gonna do roughly 90%. What are the rates of not catching COVID? I guess I don't know how to fucking word this. So to my knowledge, I can say off the top of my head, and maybe someone can even correct me on this, I remember seeing that there was a initial correction. It was very quick, to where the reduction rate of you suffering from catching it, like the symptoms, was reduced. I remember that study. I remember reading that with my eyes. It was reduced from what it was initially. In terms of anything that says you're not going to catch it, that's where my point of contention is. But let's see. March 29th, 2021. I think this is pretty fair. Real world study by CDC shows Pfizer and Moderna vaccines were 90% effective. New studies suggest the messenger mRNA vaccines produced by Moderna and the Pfizer-BioNTech partnership appear to be 90% effective in preventing COVID-19 infection in a real-world setting. The study was released Monday in Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report, an online journal published by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The study followed nearly 4,000 health workers, first responders, and other essential workers in 8 U.S. Locations as the first COVID vaccines were rolled out starting in December. Participants were tested weekly to look for all cases of COVID infection, even asymptomatic ones. In the period from December 14, 2020 to March 13, 2021, nearly 75% of the workers in the cohort received at least one dose of one of the mRNA vaccines. Both are given in a 2-dose schedule. There were 161 COVID infections in the unvaccinated workers, compared with 16 in workers who had received only one dose by the time of their infection, and only 3 infections in the people who had received both doses and were 2 weeks out from their second dose. The vaccine effectiveness following 2 doses was 90%, roughly in line with the 95% and 94% that the Pfizer-Moderna vaccine showed, respectively, in the clinical trials that supported their emergency use authorizations. The study was not conducted in such a way to allow the researchers to estimate effectiveness measures for each of the vaccines.
Hector, Ash asked if you could check the live chat in Discord.
Okay.
And I would make the point, Ash, except for the caller can't hear my voice.
I lost your live channel. What the hell happened?
Oh, so he can hear me?
No, he can't.
Okay.
You lost the channel?
Yeah. How do I?
It's showing I'm still live. Exact same username, Hector Talks. It's showing I'm still live. So I'm not sure what
Hector
happened.
Talks. Okay, let me find it. Yeah, so I mean, I have it right here. It's a New England Journal of Medicine published the article from Pfizer-BioNTech.
Really quickly.
It was just a clear lie. And here's the deal, man. It's like...
Hold on. One second. W's in the chat to Phil for the dollar. Trump repealed legislation that stopped large corps to buy homes en masse. He is fixing his own problem. That is correct. Dodd-Frank Act. That is correct with the Supreme Court picks. W's in the chat to you, Phil. W's in the chat to you. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Hector Talks with 2 R's, or PayPal, Hector Pow with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the tube side, you can send a super chat or a super sticker. I have 421 people in the live, no matter, I don't know how much are on the YouTube. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, knocking out the gift goal, liking the button, hitting subscribe, turn on notification bells. W's in the chat to Shauna. Thank you so much. All right, back to you, Ben.
Bro, your viewers went up since we started talking.
Good.
Yeah. Good content.
I don't join Hector's live very often.
See, this is what we need, is dialogue. It's not arguing. It's good.
I don't disagree. You said you had a study?
Yeah, it was the New England Journal of Medicine study, the Pfizer BioNTech. It's right here. It's the title of the article is Safety and Efficacy of the BNT 16.2 Bravo 2 mRNA COVID-19 vaccine. It was published in December 10th of 2020. I feel like New England Journal of Medicine is pretty solid. They're okay. There's still quite a bit of lies there.
What is the conclusion of the study?
Yeah, I mean, that's where it was published. This is what we were talking about, the 95% efficacy and not getting COVID, which was clearly wrong. It was just a big push from the federal government to these pharmaceutical companies, you know? And
reminder, in the study that I just read, that was one study initially made in March that polled a certain amount of people in regards to the infection rate that took place upon people who were vaccinated with certain doses, levels of doses, versus other people who had other doses. So this study, being one of the ones that was put out initially, was then followed up with other studies that may have reduced that rate. I have here November 2020. This is a couple months after. Interim analysis reported 94.5% effectiveness with 90 cases in the placebo group versus 5 in the vaccinated group. The CDC study of nearly 4,000 healthcare and essential workers confirmed 90% effectiveness in real-world conditions between December 2020 and March 2021. The studies, specifically those involving the initial alpha variant, showed that protection was strongest 2 weeks after the second dose. To be clear, and this was updated after the initial study that I read in March, this showed the effectiveness rate not at curing COVID, but at reducing the symptoms and the spread. Unless you mentioned the study. I don't know what the conclusions of that was, but I'm having the one here from the CDC that was done in November, and this would have covered, what was the time period I just gave? Shit, I did.
Yeah, it was December to March, December of 2020 to March.
Correct.
So
there's several done. That's the whole thing.
Right. So I'm not sure what the question is, I guess. What are you asking?
So the point that I'm trying to make is that there was no claim made, especially well into a couple months of the pandemic, that the vaccine had a 94.5% effectiveness rate of curing the
No.
the COVID or even
transmission
stopping from catching it.
Not curing.
Right.
No, preventing transmission.
Well, that part is confirmed. It did. It did reduce transmission. It did reduce the symptoms upon you catching it.
Okay.
Can you ask him when COVID
was not
originally
95%.
started? Can you ask him if he can tell us when COVID originally started?
Do you know when like COVID started or was like recognized?
Absolutely, yeah.
When?
Without
typing into your chat GPT.
It was first recognized in, I think it was early fall of 2019.
Reading chat GPT.
Yeah.
And that's a wrong answer, by the way. Incorrect. COVID's been around much longer than 2019. Actually wrong. And if you worked in a hospital with those purple cavi wipes, you could actually see on those cavi wipes that you use to wipe down the beds because you're not a PA. You could see that. That's one of those things.
I was talking about here. I'm so sorry. Give
Sorry.
me 1 second, Ben.
I'm just doing this for the chat to have some comedic relief, to be honest with you.
Got you. So you would be wrong. So I think what you'd be talking about is when certain people were made aware of it, particularly here in the United States. I was made aware of it in November of 2019, actually, because I caught it and I was rushed to the ER. And then they said there was something going around. They didn't have a name for it. They didn't know what it was, but that I would be fine. I remember it taking me down and I could not breathe because I'm asthma. So I'm one of the people more susceptible to it being caught, which is why I'm so adamant about this, because I could have been a goner. So that's what I remember. And I remember other reports around the time saying the same thing.
How many young, healthy males with asthma died from COVID?
Only made aware of or created or started spreading in November 2019. It's been around much longer than that. We have confirmed reports of that based off of even Trump's claims of bats in China and shit.
Okay.
Did you ask me a question?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Are you talking to me or somebody else?
I'm talking to you. Yeah, everything I just said, I was talking to you.
Oh, okay. I don't. Is it a question? I'm not.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I was rebutting what you were saying because you said November of 2019, and that's why I said that would be incorrect. I gave an example of when I was made aware of it, and most people in the U.S. were made aware of it to some degree in November, despite not knowing the name. But that doesn't change the fact that it existed well before that time.
So how do you know that was COVID and not a different viral upper respiratory infection?
This is a medical provider, by the way, apparently.
It was followed up with by medical professionals. That it started to make its rounds.
Were you tested for that in November of 2019? Were you tested for COVID?
You're missing what I'm saying. We weren't testing for COVID in November of 2019.
So how do you know you had it and not some other like mycoplasma or some other virus?
I'm telling you. It was confirmed by medical professionals well into 2020 when this became more public that the virus that was going around. I just said medical professionals. Do you want me to cite one specifically? I cannot do that. I'm saying it was.
You can name.
You're telling me that you got a respiratory infection in 2019, and you're certain that respiratory infection that you got in November of 19 was COVID-19.
I'm not certain of anything.
How do you
I'm
know
simply
that?
telling you what the professionals said. They confirmed the makeup of the virus that was spreading around that time with what was taking people out. Follow up March onward. That they had the same buildup, the same, is biologically the right word? The genetic makeup, whatever the fuck, of the COVID. That's what I'm saying. I'm not making this up. I'm not assuming it was COVID. I'm saying this was followed up with professionals going. It started going around at this time. People were not being diagnosed for it because that's not what we were testing for.
Okay. Let's just say it was here in November. What difference does that make it in the context of our conversation?
Well, it was just important to know where it started, and that would help us follow along with other accurate information.
100% started at the Wuhan Viral Institute, right? That's where it started, and then it went everywhere.
Yeah. Check your Venmo.
So, did I miss some things? I sure fucking did.
There it was, by the way. There it was.
Ben.
Yeah.
Here's what I want you to do. Because I actually like you. I actually don't mind you. I talk to a lot of Trump supporters. They're all assholes. You're okay. I want you to call back. The reason why I'm asking you to call back is because my chat, how we do over there, we have a drop fund, and they paid to drop you. And I typically have a way of dropping people that's a little rude, but I actually like you, so I'm gonna give you like some cordialness. They paid to drop you, so I have to drop the call.
Okay.
But I do appreciate you calling in. I am going to tell you this, and you're not gonna like what I have to say, but you're more than welcome to contest me the next time you come back. You said a lot of wrong shit.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. Everyone's susceptible to misinformation. Everyone can be unfamiliar with certain things. But you did say a lot of wrong shit. I remember exactly what was happening, specifically during the pandemic. I remember people close to me that died. I remember how it impacted me. And while I never got the vaccine, because I was anti-vax at the time, actually, while I never got the vaccine, I social distanced. I wore my mask. It was okay. I was in Kentucky. Other people did.
Why did they want to drop me? Is that because they disagree with a different opinion? Like, I feel like that goes against everything I'd asked at the beginning of our conversation.
The chat is a lot less nice about misinformation than I am.
Your misinformation hurts people. That's why.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem with the younger generation, man. They need to hear both sides.
I'm 33.
They can't just get their way. They kind of sound like Republicans. They just pay to get their way, right?
13-year retired veteran.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to pay to get you out of my face.
Yep.
Ooh, Lord.
And medical provider.
That's capitalism, baby. I don't know.
It's weird. You're talking to an actual medical provider.
There it is. Hey, dude, that's full circle right there.
I don't know what else to tell you, man. That's capitalism, bro. But you're more than welcome to call back at a later date. I do appreciate you coming in. And really, I appreciate the civility.
Yeah.
I love that guy was using ChatGPT that whole time.
All right. So let me be clear. I'm sorry it took me a bit to read some of these. We're well over the goal. So I'm going to read these off, specifically the ones on Venmo, because I know you can comment on it. Anyone who wants their money sent back, let me know. because we did hit it and then I just didn't get to read them. So we're going to go over them now. W's in the chat to, we went over Phil, we did Shauna. W's in the chat to, fuck, Scotty for the $50 Venmo kick fund. Scotty cleared it already after we had some of the portion. Scotty already cleared it. So there's that. So to be fair, so download that. W's in the chat too. Alexandra for the $15 Cash App. Medical misinformation is my number one ick. Drop this motherfucker. Thank you so much, Alexandra. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to, what's up, Erica? Another Erica. For the $2 Venmo, this guy is conflating a lot of issues. The truth is Trump threw out Obama's public health plan, yes, the pandemic level response team, ignored it, allowed it to spread quickly, and then did a backroom deal with Pfizer in Project Warp Speed. That is correct. Everyone forgets that Donald Trump literally fast-tracked the vaccine going out there. So if there was any slip-ups and whatnot, it would be directly due to his own policy. He creates the solution and the profits from the solution, makes the problem or exaggerates a problem and then tries to profit out the solution. 6,000%. 6,000%. And W's in the chat to Pedro for the, you tried to knock out the $29 Venmo. His misinformation and trust me, bro, is hurting brain cells. He's got to go. So if there's anyone here who would like their money back, because we already had Scotty clear it.
No, you gotta eat too. You enjoy it.
Thank you. You can comment on your Venmo, or if you sent the Cash App specifically, literally just send me $1 more to say you want it back, and I'll just send all of it back. Let me know. I am a fair person. I'm a fair person. I wasn't keeping up with the notes. I'm sorry, Pedro. Go ahead.
I have to pick one of these books to exercise my brain cells. Because what the fuck?
I'm going back and reading The Color of Law. Just like, I'm going to go read it all over again because I'm so angry. And I'm also going to go like read a few chapters out of like pharmacology and just like, because that was infuriating. But also just a quick mod thing. Hi, I'm Eli. If you don't know me, that's fine. What I need you to do is, if you do know me and you don't know Hector, I need you to hit the follow button right now. If you came in here because you know who I am and you're not following Hector, that's immediately a no-no. So we're gonna follow Hector and we're gonna tap the screen. We're gonna show him some love. That hat that's on the top of his head is so cool. Also, he sells those, so you can go to his shop and you can actually buy his merchandise. And yes, he sells like beanies and like shirts and stuff like that, like V-necks right now. So, but if you'll head over there and at least go check his shop out and recommend it to some of your friends, because if you can't buy something, maybe your friends can. Go do that. Support small creators. Also, the creators below me, they're phenomenal. They're amazing. And you'll learn a lot from them.
Pedro hosted a fantastic men's mental health live the other day, from what I heard.
I got to be a part of it last week, and it was like life-changing.
For the 50 joules.
I'm not joking. That was, I know that sounds dramatic, but that for me, that was life-changing, and I can't wait to do it again. So if you are a dude and you're having a hard time, I highly recommend you come into the Men's Mental Health Mondays with Pedro. It was just like, it was healing for everybody who was involved. So yes, and go ahead and give Mathro a follow. We'll keep this community going.
Really quickly, because Ben may still be here. I hope he's still here. So thank you so much, Ash, for this point. Guys, I got to get the other stuff set up so I can keep up with everything better. Ash wanted to mention that Sweden did this, the herd immunity topic, and they had higher death rates than other Nordic countries that quarantined everyone. The herd immunity of the healthy strategy did not work. And I've heard that talking point a few times, and don't get me wrong, I guess it makes sense to some people. I have yet to see the evidence that supports that it does, specifically in regards to the virus of the pandemic. Because we can't say, I can't even say COVID. Like, TikTok is fucking extra. So there's that.
I only wanted to came up when Open was here. Hector, if you ever get fed up with anti-trans Levitical rhetoric, the only thing that needs to come out your mouth if you're that fed up is, why are you concerned about the bedroom? Because that's literally what that's about.
Why are you worried about my genitals, guys? Like, why does everybody care what's in my pants? What's so weird? You say that you like these. Also, Hector, you've had a request a few times to turn your mic up, and it's true, brother. You have a kind of low.
It keeps going down. I have a buggy mic. Some people have thankfully helped me fundraise to get a new one, but we're still not all the way there. It's a buggy fucking mic.
I'll give you mine. If you want mine, you can have it, because I'm trying to liquidate my house, so you could just have it. But like, okay, hold on, wait. Crap, there was something he said. What did you just say, Pedro? Can you like?
I said if there's any ever anti-trans
Oh,
Levitical
yeah.
rhetoric and you get fed up with them, the only thing that needs to be said is, why are you worried about the bedroom?
So
Yeah, like please stop thinking about my junk.
I'm gonna say
Please.
this, and y'all not gonna like it.
Oh boy.
Not to y'all. I liked Ben. Ben was cool. Ben was cool. Ben was cool. Listen, you know what? Fuck y'all. Listen to me. Listen to me. When I do this every day, just about. I know y'all hear the group of people that come in here. I know y'all hear the shit they say to me. I know y'all hear their positions and beliefs. At bare minimum, he was very respectful. He was engaging. He was actually trying to look up things. He was understanding. Like, we were having a good back and forth. I like Ben. When you talk to just literal degenerate pieces of shit on a daily basis, yes, Ben is a fucking saint compared to them. And I think now I'm going to shit on y'all just a little bit. I get it, but just a little bit. We have to keep in mind that Ben was me. Ben was me at one point in time. I knew no better. I had no alternative counters to the things that I believed. Okay? And then I did. And now I'm here. So all I'm saying is, when they are being calm, when they're being respectful, when they're actually not, like if he said some shit about trans people, that would have been different. But like, we were just talking about medicine and some misinformation he had around that. And then the comparison of Kamala Harris policies. I know y'all don't like it. And I know he said some wrong shit. But I'll take that, okay? I'll take that. We can work with that. People legit just don't know better. That's why I host this platform, is to educate. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But also, capitalism runs this shit, because this shit isn't cheap to run, okay? Capitalism runs this shit. That's all I'm going to fucking say.
Well, bro, I need to drop. I just came up for that. Yo, I'm going to echo Eli really quick. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that follow button. Otherwise, if it converts to a join now, let's go ahead and send over your daily TikTok coin to support him directly. Make sure you check out his TikTok profile and make sure you're following Eli and Mothra. I love y'all. Y'all take care, okay?
Thank you so much, Pedro, for coming up. Yes, I'm so sorry. I was trying to hear what y'all had to say. I typically don't have guests up when I have the phone line calls. It was a lot. I can't. But thank you guys so much for your inputs and opinions. I appreciate every last fucking one of you. Guys, make sure you're following them. Eli, when are you going to start hosting lives again? Or we just...
Yeah, when I get back on my feet, dude. I had a couple of really... I'm
telling Joey I stole you for a little bit, Pedro. I'm just letting you know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna bum everyone out right now, and I'm in a positive mood, so I just kind of don't. But I had a couple big, heavy, unexpected things happen in the last couple months that I didn't anticipate, and it knocked me out in every sense of the term. So I had to take I was just getting my live stream set up, and immediately had to take the seat back. So I'm just now starting to even pop back into like going into spaces like and even like paneling. So but that's because I've been able to be surrounded by so much love. Like, community matters, y'all. And it really does matter. But I'm happy to be here. I wanted to just come in here because I recently got brought up on some other panels, and if my new followers are not following my friends, then they don't have a good community surrounding them that I can guarantee. And so that's why I want to bring the people that follow me into different spaces and share the love. I also respect the hell out of your panel and what you do, and I like the fact that we have diversity in how we handle conversation.
Mothra, why are you making that face? I'm sorry. They're just looking so intensely at the camera. I'm sorry.
I just
looked down like...
Go check out the picture I sent in the chat. When the guy was talking, we were all making a face, and it was so funny.
God.
But anyhow, I just wanted to say hi and just stop by for a second, man. I'm so proud of you and everything you're doing, and yeah, it's good to see you, dude.
Good to always Eli. Thank you so much. If you're ever in the Dallas area, because I moved. If you're ever in the Dallas area, you already know. I'm
trying. I am expeditiously trying to GTFO right now, so because it's getting way more dangerous here for us trans folks, and so I'm in the process of trying to get out of here. So, but if I stop through Dallas, I will always come and say hey.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming up, man. W's. Make sure you guys are following Eli.
Love you, Eli.
Fantastic creator.
You.
Eli is a direct result of the Trump administration's anti-American policies. If you guys don't know his story, follow him. You'll find out. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But Eli is a living proof example of why the Trump administration is trash. I'm not fucking kidding. Check out his videos. Thank you so much for coming up, Eli.
Thanks, man. You can drop me.
Mothra, you're
Thank
killing
you.
me. Fucking killing me.
I just love making faces. I can't help it.
That's the same thing. I can't hide shit with my face. Everything is shows. But I stand on what I said. I liked Ben. He's more than welcome to call back. I hope he's still here. Martha, any final words before I drop you down? See if we can get out some other Trump supporters in here.
I just want to say that I'm still gonna chill in the chat. If that ever gets brought up again, I will gladly come up because I hate the idea of misinformation, but more so on the trans topic of people taking their lives. Because to me, what made me upset is solely the fact that people think when somebody is getting help that doesn't help them. And it's a little weird to me that people think that. But I am so happy that I was up here to help you, and I love your community, and yeah. And you could drop me.
6,000%. Thank you so much, Martha, for coming up. Guys, give Martha a follow. I don't know if you do content or anything, but just give them fuck a follow if you like what they had to say. Thank you so much for coming up, Martha.
Of course.
What a last hour and a half. Also, to all the Trump supporters crying about the fact that I dropped them, despite the fact that we're having a civil conversation, I just want to remind everyone that I run off of a system that Republicans really like, called capitalism, where yes, we do have a kick fund. And if the chat gets tired of you, we'll kick you. It's at my discretion. But in that point in time, I am also a man of democracy. Majority of the people wanted him out the paint. I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. He can come back. He can call back. No problem whatsoever. It just won't be tonight. If you have an issue with that, then I don't know. Be a socialist. If you have an issue with that, be a socialist. I don't know what else to tell you. Anti cases, welcome into the show. Defend the indefensible. Trump supporters regret your vote. This is supposed to be a safe place for individuals who do regret their vote to share the reasons why. I want to know when. I want to know why. I want to know how. What is the thing that made you start reconsidering your vote, and what made you jump off the MAGA plantation? Better yet, if you're a Trump supporter who does not regret your vote, I want to talk to you as well, because I think I can give you several reasons as to why you should. Trump supporters were crossed up in the box. You are the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on screen, 737-295-5321. W's in the chat to Scotty for the $1 Venmo. Keep the 50 for your Boba fund. Oh, thank you so much, Scotty. Thank you so much. I try to be fair. Thank you so much for your support. I love you. Appreciate you. Guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday at 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Send your daily heartbeats if you haven't already. Those of you who are fan club members, if you're not, consider becoming one after hitting that follow button. You get a couple cool stickers down there, 15 free stickers. I think they're fucking funny. It costs a coin. It's a fucking coin. It's a TikTok coin. It's a penny. I don't know what else to tell you. Let's knock out the dolphin goal here. We have 49 more of those to go. Great way to support the platform. W's to everyone who cleared our gift gallery last night, specifically Jamie. Jamie is amazing. W's Jamie. Her white guilt fund is cleared for the next 6 months. I've decided. When you're done doing all of that, make sure you're sharing out the live, reposting it, add it to your story. And the best ways to support the platform is going to check out the links in the bio. Whether it's getting yourself some merchandise off my shop, also available on the TikTok shop, joining the Discord community, we're over 600 members strong, following me on the other social media platforms, Hector Talks with 2 R's, or donating directly to the stream, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. You may do so with the links in the bio. Those of you on the tube side, that link is available in the description of this live, or you may send a super chat or a super sticker. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get the live up to 100 likes. Turn on notification bells and subscribe if you're on your way in or if you're on your way out. And let's keep these conversations going. It's been a weird night tonight. I'm still stuck on the first guy. I'm going to keep it $1.50. I'm still stuck on the first guy. How much do you guys want to bet that he never actually... I take that back. Never mind. I was going to say he didn't read the study. I'm starting to realize something about Trump supporters. Don't get me wrong. I'm still of the firm, unapologetic belief that
y'all don't read.
But I'm also coming to find out that they do read, but they don't comprehend. Fun fact, you guys remember the classes, you guys remember the studies if you went to school. Reading and comprehension go hand in hand. It doesn't matter how fast you can read something, how well spoken you can do it. If you can't comprehend what you're reading, then it's moot. So there's a separation between those two things, hence why they can come up on the panel and tell me that this study was for trans people, despite including people that weren't trans. Why go that far to shit on trans people? I really don't understand why trans people existing is such an issue for individuals. If you think it's weird, okay, I think furries are weird. They should be able to dress up as however they want to, though. Who the fuck cares? Mind your business, please. We have better issues. We have better issues to focus on. Who is this Chino person? I don't know who this weirdo is. Send them an invite. Yeah, there you go, Chino. Invite sent. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Chino.
What's up?
What are you doing,
Yeah.
Chino?
Well, let me tell you something. Please, just listen to me 15 seconds. Are you going to listen to me 15 seconds?
I will give you 50 seconds to say your piece.
No, not 50. 15, 1, 5. I'll be quick.
15 seconds.
Yes, listen. Who are you to decide on Trump?
I'm so sorry,
Listen.
Chino, I just gave you
But
50.
listen.
Why would you negotiate yourselves down to 15? I just gave you 50 seconds, Chino. Why would you do that to yourself?
Brother, I said 15, 1, 5.
I'm giving you 50. Take the 50 seconds.
You don't even let me talk. Come on,
Talk,
man.
man. Talk, man.
Okay, I like you. I think you're a very cool guy. Now, be honest to me. What Donald Trump done wrong to you? Just to you. Tell me. Tell me one thing. Go ahead.
What Donald Trump has done to me. Absolutely.
Just to you, that you hate that guy so much. Just to you.
Cool. So if we're talking about me specifically, a direct policy that impacted my life, absolutely. So I used to live in an apartment that was not HUD or affordable housing, but if you did not know, certain buildings or apartment buildings, houses and stuff get tax credits for dedicating, I believe, 10% or less of their apartments as affordable housing, right? So this is for individuals who didn't make over a certain amount of income a year. And then you were able to get into that apartment so long as you didn't pass the threshold at a discounted rate. Granted, my discounted rate wasn't shit. My apartment was still fucking expensive. However, the Trump administration, upon getting into Oval Office in January of 2025, started sending down all of these extra vetting requirements, started asking all these stupid fucking questions in some attempt to see my income and kick me off of the program and jack up my rent by a percentage, which I didn't like. While I understand vetting these processes and ensuring that people who could afford a bunch of things weren't the individuals that were like taking advantage of programs that are meant to help poorer people back at that time, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous that we did not get the same energy of vetting individuals who were screwing the system when it came to the 1%. Does that make sense?
No. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, one question, quick question. So you are mad with Donald Trump, yeah? Of course, you're mad with Donald Trump. Like most people
Not based
are
off of
mad
that
with
one
Donald
thing.
Trump.
Actually, that personal thing that I have an issue with him with is the bottom of my list. That's the bottom of the list. I actually don't give a fuck about that because I manage.
How you feel that all the million people that Biden let enter to this country and you have to pay for the food stamp, you have to pay for the medical, you have to pay for the rent because they got money from every egg or single. How you feel about that?
Gotcha.
Let me finish. Biden let enter to this country million and million, you know it's true, million illegal people in California and New York, everywhere. Those people get free food stamp, free medical, free rent, and I was one of those. How you feel about that? Oh, Donald Trump. Guess what? Donald Trump is the best president we ever had in this country. Believe
Can I
it
answer
or
your
not?
question now? Can I answer your question now?
Yeah, you can answer. Go ahead.
Okay.
You pay for those people.
Thank
you
you.
pay.
Yeah, I'm going to answer your question. First and foremost, I would like to politely ask you to stop yelling in my ear. I don't know why you're yelling. I'm not yelling, okay? Please stop yelling.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So to answer your question, I feel about that nothing because my tax-paying dollars never went to undocumented migrants getting SNAP or free housing of the sorts that you're referencing.
No, that's a you thing. Trust me. Those people get food stamp, they get medical, they get everything for free. You pay, I pay, we pay for that. And those people driving without license, and those people had accident, those people hit somebody, they had nothing to give to those people. Donald Trump is the only person that cares about America. He don't have to do that. He's rich. He's a millionaire. He don't have to be there.
I don't know where I've heard several.
Of course you don't know.
I've heard several Trump supporters
You
keep
think you know
making. I
everything.
never
You don't know
said. I
everything.
never said I know anything. I keep hearing this argument made that undocumented migrants can't drive or the worst drivers or whatever. I'm unaware of any.
I know my Latin people. There are million illegal,
you know your Latin
Biden
people.
let into this country,
Interesting.
and you don't talk about it. You
So,
don't talk about it.
so do you know what the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996 is?
No, I don't know about that.
No problem. I'll tell you. So that is the act that was passed. Shit. It was Clinton? Yeah. In 1996, that barred undocumented migrants, unless you were legally authorized to be here, from getting federal benefits, such as SNAP. This has been on the books since 1996. Are you arguing that the Biden-Harris administration violated the law passed under a Democratic president at the time and is allowing undocumented migrants to get SNAP?
No, brother, don't misunderstand me. No, please, let me finish. Don't interrupt me. Biden opened the border and let enter to this country a lot of people, good people, bad people. You don't, and today you don't know who is who. And they're on the street. They're your neighbor. You don't know who is who.
You said they got free food and housing and stuff.
Hey, brother, I am a witness. They have free food, free rent, free medical, everything free, and you pay with your taxes, brother. You pay.
I just cited the law in 96 that would bar them from getting that. So when I asked you if you believe that, you said I misquoted you or misunderstood you.
No, it's true, but that money has to come from somewhere. You pay taxes for that money.
Again, what program would you be referencing specifically where undocumented migrants are allowed to get free food paid for by you and I?
Brother, I'm a witness. I'm Latin. I know millions of those people. Millions.
And I asked you who you knew.
Listen,
I asked you what program they'd be getting. Okay. Do you understand that nonprofits exist? Nonprofits that would then help undocumented migrants upon being here get food? And
brother, if we to,
and you do understand that the nonprofit wouldn't be a federal government payment, right? A federal government program.
No, they're not such a federal. That money comes from your taxes. That money comes from your paycheck, from your taxes, from my taxes.
If it was my taxes, it would come down from the federal government because we pay taxes to the federal government.
So are you okay that everybody come to this country and do whatever they want? Are you okay with that?
I don't believe that a bunch of people are just coming to this country to do whatever they want.
Yes, 99.9%. I know more illegal people than you know. Trust me.
I mean, you probably do. I'm not even doubting that.
So why you don't believe me?
I'm just curious. I'm just curious as to, first and foremost, are you a legal resident of the United States?
I am U.S. citizen, but at one point I was illegal.
Okay. And you said, hold on. You said at one point you was illegal. How did you become a citizen?
Okay, listen. I'm from Cuba.
Okay.
I jumped in the ocean and the tire from the tractor. I was there for 5 days. Helicopter see me after 5 days by myself, picking me up and sent me to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, where Bush had the Taliban when they destroyed the tower in New York in 2001.
Okay.
But I was there in 1994, 1995 for 2 years. Now, to come to America, Clinton sent immigration to the refugee, and I had to pass all the tests to welcome to America. It's not the way Biden opened the border and everybody welcome to America because Biden
so you're a refugee.
Mr. Samaritan.
You said you're a refugee?
I was in the refugee for 1 year, 7 months.
That's a legal process, right?
Listen. I passed all the tests to come to America. I need to have good background check, no chronic disease, no tattoo, no. I passed all the tests.
So you can't say you're illegal. You came here legally. You got here legally through a legal program. Refugee programs are legal.
Well, if you can say that, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, gotcha. So you came here legally through a legal program, and your contention is that a bunch of people are coming here illegally, correct?
Yes.
And according to you, you know a bunch of these illegal people.
I know 100 people because I'm translating English because they don't understand it. I take it to the hospital, to the dentist, I take it the first time, I take it everywhere.
Okay. And you voted for Donald Trump, correct?
I vote for Donald Trump, and I will vote for Trump a million times. He's the only one that cares about America. Believe it or not.
Got you. So I want to present you with a scenario here. Would you consider yourself a patriot?
Eh?
Would you consider yourself a patriot?
No.
No?
No.
I thought only patriots would vote for Trump.
Well, that's the way you think.
I
That's
mean,
not what I think.
I've spoken to a large portion of Trump supporters. They voted for Donald Trump because they believe him to be the person who's going to save this country, and they would be doing their patriotic duty in voting for him. But you said you don't believe you're a patriot.
I vote for Donald Trump because so far in 30 years that I almost been in this country, he's the only one that I reached that gone to the White House, being rich. He don't have to be there, and he care about America.
Okay, so people who care about America would be patriots, and that's why you voted for Donald Trump, correct?
Well, if you want to call me patriot, go for it, brother.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Got you. I mean, okay, we'll call you patriot adjacent. To be fair, I won't call you a patriot. We'll say you're patriot adjacent. So
You call me whatever you want.
why wouldn't you help your president, Donald Trump, get rid of the people who are using and abusing the systems that you're alleging by reporting each and every single one of the illegals that you know?
Who are those people?
I don't know. You said you know hundreds and hundreds.
So let me see if I understand you. You wanted me to report all the people that are illegal to Trump?
Yes, I would say that's your patriotic duty.
This is not my job. That's why ICE is there. That's not my job.
ICE is there to capture them. ICE can only capture them based off of reports. Reports that people like you can assist. Why don't you help ICE with their mass deportation agenda by reporting the people that are abusing the system and making it harder for you and I?
Okay, let's go back a little bit and be honest to me. How many hours you been talking today? How many hours in TikTok?
1 hour, 40 minutes, and 32 seconds.
How many hours you dedicate every single day?
Roughly 3 to 4, not including time that I'm not live. This is my job, by the way.
That's what you do for a living, TikTok?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, more than TikTok, but TikTok is one of the platforms, yes.
Hey, I don't want to disrespect you, okay? If I say something that disrespect you, I apologize, okay?
Okay.
Okay, why you don't be a real man and find a real job? And let me finish. Why you don't be a real man and find a decent job where you don't have to criticize Donald Trump? So why? Who are you to be criticizing Donald Trump? He's the president. He's doing the right thing. What are you doing? What are you doing for this country? Come on, tell me what you're doing for this country. You.
Yeah, no problem. I have no problem answering that question. So first and foremost, I would like for you to, in your best words, to define what a quote unquote real job is.
Listen, you depend on people to make money. If people don't watch you, you don't make any money, brother. I have my own job.
Everyone depends on people to make money.
Let me finish.
I know, but everyone depends on people to make money.
No.
What is your job?
Listen, if you don't have a follower enough, you're gonna be there, brother.
I mean, and I built this. I would argue you should be impressed with the following that I've built over the course of about 2 years.
I am impressed.
It takes a lot of work to do this.
Hey, but don't feel too proud because people can go away and you can be empty. Okay?
I mean, unless we get nuked tomorrow, I don't think my followers are going anywhere.
No. Brother, you depend on people to be there. I depend
Chino,
on my job.
what is your job, Chino?
I work in the international airport.
You work at the airport. Okay, so you would depend on people to pay you too.
No.
You would depend on the pilots to show up. You would depend on the HR administrators. You would depend on payroll. Every single person depends on another person to get paid.
Brother, I don't depend on the media like you. You depend on the internet.
Okay, so your criticism isn't who I depend on for. Your criticism isn't the dependence. Your criticism is who I depend on to make my money.
Brother,
thank you, Sergio, for the galaxy. I appreciate you.
My friend, I still like you. If they take a TikTok away, I have to send you money to survive. You won't have nothing to survive.
Well,
you depend on TikTok. You depend on people. Be honest.
You're correct.
Be honest.
Yes, but Chino, I'm being honest with you. You're 6,000% correct. Chino, you're 6,000% correct. If TikTok went away and this was the only platform that I was doing this, bam, I'm out of a job. I'm done. I'm cooked. So me being the capitalist leading person that I am, I have other revenues. I have other avenues of income on other social media platforms, in my Discord community, and several other avenues that I also make money from to ensure that if TikTok goes away tomorrow, that I'm not on the street. I'm smart.
Now,
I'm very smart,
now
Chino.
listen. No. Now listen. You consider yourself as a hard worker, man?
6,000%.
No. I think you consider yourself as a hard good talking, no hard good job.
Hard good
you are
talking?
Good talking. You are good talking with your mouth. Zero hard worker. Zero.
Chino, do you think I don't leave this room?
Well, according to you, you live in talking. That's you talking for a living.
Yes, this is Sean. So Chino, check this out. So I actually do leave this room, okay? I actually do leave this house. And I actually do go out in the streets. I protest. I've been to several events. I've spoken at community centers. I've done fundraisers. I've donated to food banks, worked on food drives. I've done actual work for people, right? And I'm not doing this to brag. I'm just letting you know that I believe community is more than just sitting on the internet and talking. Hence why I do more than that. In fact, Chino, I'm going to bring up another individual who actually has a fantastic video up on their profile that they just put up. This individual went to their city council meeting and spoke truth to power to the individuals who would listen. So there's more to what we do here than just talking shit about Trump on the internet. We also believe in community.
Listen, everything you make, every single thing that you do requires walking and talking. There's nothing physical. That's not a real job.
Your money requires working too and talking. Right?
Listen, come on, let's be honest.
What's the difference between our jobs? Chino, what's the difference between our jobs? I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
I hope everybody agree with me. You are not a hard worker. You are hard talking and hard working.
How do you define hard work, Chino?
Hard work is when you
Thank you, Benders. Thank you, Rugers, for the jewels.
Hey, listen. I clean plane. I clean cabin. When people get off of the plane, I have to clean all the seats.
Thank you for your service.
Listen. And then
I'm thanking you. Yes, go ahead.
And then I had to clean the floor of the plane. I had to clean the carpet. I had to put new towel. Okay. I had to put new pillow, put a new wallet. And then I had to go and push people in the wheelchair that cannot walk and take it to rental car, go back and forth, that's a job.
That sounds like hard work.
Yeah. It sounds like hard work, but hold on, I'm here now.
Oh my God! Now you have
I'm having
somebody.
fun with this, Erica. But go ahead.
Now you have somebody helping.
No, Chino.
Chill out, bro. Damn, I gotta make my introduction.
Chino, we've been very respectful. We've been having a cool conversation. This is a mutual of mine. We're friends. We're cool.
I have a feeling she's going to attack me. You see?
No, she's not going to attack you. Hold on a second. Give her a second.
Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead. No, I don't want to listen to music. Go ahead and talk. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
This is her intro. Let her cook.
I still like you, brother. I think you're a cool guy. But now you're asking for help.
I'm not asking for help.
Help.
Okay, so
who want to help this guy? Who want to help him? He need help.
Chino, so I have a question for you, and I'm being very serious. Are you
I have
upset?
I have to answer for you too.
Okay, great, fantastic. So, are you upset with a person like Hector or anyone else who has chosen to not do physical labor as a means of employment? Are you just upset because?
Okay, let me answer to you.
Hold on one moment, because prior to doing this, right? Prior to doing this as something I enjoy doing, something that I do happen to use as a source of income,
so
on and so forth, right? Right. I worked in finance. I was a lead for a local municipality, and I worked in finance. All right. So is that job not meaningful? Is that job not contributing anything because I wasn't bending over and breaking my back?
Okay.
What makes your job more valuable than mine?
Okay. I'll let you talk. I hope you let me finish without interrupting me, okay? I hope you let me finish.
Sir, you interrupted me no less than 4 times.
You did.
Let's be so fucking
You did
real.
interrupt her, Chino.
You need to chill, okay? Calm down. Thank you all for the love, by the way. All right, chill out, bro.
Do you remember her
just
question,
answer
Chino?
that question.
Well, let me know when I can talk. Let me know.
Yes, she asked you a question. Do you remember her question?
First of all, I wasn't talking to her. Secondly, you work in financial, but this friend here that seemed to be a nice guy, All
is
he
a
does,
licensed
listen,
insurance agent.
No, I told you, let me finish. All he does is
And I'm
criticize.
gonna interrupt you. He's a
All he
licensed
does,
insurance agent.
all he does is criticize the president of America. He has no respect for Donald Trump, that Donald Trump doing the right thing to fix Biden and Obama mistake. He's the only president that can fix immigration in this country. Come on, guys.
Chino,
We come here
Chino,
voluntarily.
can you be fair to
Follow
me?
the rules.
Chino, can you be fair to me? I'm pretty sure I told
am
you.
fair to you.
No, Chino, you completely ignored all the other things that I said that I do. You'd be ignoring the fact that Erica was correct. To be fair, I was a licensed insurance agent. I'm still licensed in insurance, and the reason why I went into this full time is because it's hard to find work in this economy. And there's a lot of people that are unemployed, even though they have the credentials. I just simply chose to work for myself and be outside of anyone's boot, not under anyone's boot. I think that's a great thing. I think that's a very bootstrap response.
So you were so smart doing insurance.
That's correct.
That and your work history. Listen, I've been the best employer, brother, in 3 different companies.
I don't doubt you.
3 different. I've been the best.
I don't doubt you.
I can show you the trophy. Now
you got a trophy, bro?
No. Now you said you have a degree and work in the insurance. Now
License.
there are reason why you don't work in the insurance. It's not because there are no job. It's because you're not good, brother.
Did you just
Hey,
say?
come on, don't get mad. Be honest.
Did you just say I'm not? Did you just say I'm not good at my job?
Oh my God! Listen, here,
Did you just say I'm not good at my job?
No, I'm talking about the insurance. If you're going the insurance, you should have your insurance. You're not here be talking all the day.
Hold on, Chino. I just want to be clear. Why did you say I don't work in insurance anymore?
Because obviously you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, got you. So I just wanted to be clear. So according to you, I no longer work in insurance because I'm not good or wasn't good at my job. Okay. So my official Chino, hold on, Chino. I just want to let you know I got my license with flying colors. I just want to let you know my productivity was increasing steadily at the job that I worked at. Do you want to know why I was fired, Chino?
Oh my God! Now I know you fired. Thank you, to be honest.
Yes, I was fired. Do you want to know why I was fired?
I don't know, brother.
Cool. I'm going to tell you.
Because it was very good.
I can tell you right now. I have the email and I have the letter. It wasn't because I wasn't good at my job. I was fired because I was in a probationary period, specifically at this job. Okay, you know how that works, right? And I called out sick for 3 days. I got super sick. Okay, and then I called them and I let them know. Shauna, you fucking killing me. And I'm almost done, right? And I called out sick, and then on the 3rd day I did it. They sent me the letter, and they said your continued absence is a detriment to the business. You got to go. That's what they said, okay? And I called them. Hear me. I called them, and I said, do you need a doctor's note? Because that is something that can protect you, right? If you actually have proof of your sickness, because the allegation is that you could be lying, right? I called them. I said, do you need a doctor's note? Yes, we'll get back to you with the information, blah, blah, blah. And they never contacted me back. So I'm telling you, according to the place, that I was not fired because I wasn't good at my job. I was fired because of tardiness, okay? That's the reason why I was fired. So I want to make something clear, Chino. You said that you can be civil. You said you'd be respectful. But you just told me that I wasn't good at my job. And you have no idea what happened. I think that was pretty rude, Chino.
Okay, I apologize.
Thank you for that.
Apologize. No, yes, I apologize. And again, I like you. I think you're a nice guy. But what makes you be more smart than Donald Trump? To be here the whole day.
Easy. That's actually, Chino, that's actually a super easy question for me to answer. I know you don't believe me. I know you don't believe me, but hear me out. So I don't believe that we can nuke hurricanes to stop them, okay? I don't believe that magnets don't work underwater. I don't believe that I won the 2020 election. Those 3 things alone make me smarter than Donald Trump.
Do you know?
Windmills don't cost.
Did you guys know Donald Trump? Did you guys know Donald Trump win the election better and more than any other president in the past?
Yeah, that's not true. Hey, Chino,
Republican presidents.
Chino, can you do me a favor and say I will vote for Donald Trump?
I will vote for Donald Trump a million times.
You ain't shit, Eric.
You can laugh all you want, but he's the only one. He's the best.
Thank you, Shauna, for the roses. I appreciate you. W's in the chat to everyone for hitting 200,000 likes.
Hey,
let's go. Continue to tap the screen.
Brother,
Continue to tap the screen.
Brother, I still like you. God bless you. I think you're a nice guy.
Thank you. Cool. So let's get back to you, Chino. Let's get back to you. I really want to focus on the point that you made, which was that it's not your job to report illegal activities to the proper authorities. Do you remember when you said that?
Say it again, brother.
Do you remember when you said it's not your job to report illegal activity to the authorities?
No, brother, this is not my job. I don't get paid for that. That's not my job.
So, but don't you believe that those undocumented migrants who were let into the United States under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were a net negative to everyone here in the United States?
Biden did that because he don't love America. Nobody
Sure.
don't illegal
So, okay.
to this country
So if he
other than
didn't,
Donald
so
Trump.
if he
That
didn't
not
love
happen with
America,
Trump.
if he didn't love
he
America,
doesn't.
his reason for
doesn't.
doing it would be to destroy the country. Correct?
Exactly.
And
Biden
the
did that to
only
destroy
way
America.
we could
Exactly. You
save
got
the
it.
country is by getting them out. Correct?
Exactly.
And
You got
according
it.
to you, you know hundreds of them. You
But
know
that's not-
hundreds of people that are plaguing
is-
this country.
This is not
Okay?
my job, brother.
So what
It's not my
what I
job.
need you to understand something. I know it's not your job. I know it's not your job. Guess what? If I'm walking down the street and I see a young man getting beat senseless by a group of armed thugs, it's not my job to go and stop them. It's not my job to call the police. Do you know why I would maybe attempt to stop them if I had a firearm or call the police? Because I think that's the right thing to do.
Okay.
Don't
I
you
have
think
one
that's the
question.
right thing
I
to
have
do,
one
Chino?
question. Are you married? Are you married?
I am not married, Chino.
Do you have children?
I do not have children, Chino.
Do you think there's something more productivity for you in life where you can grow as a man than being here the whole day, criticize somebody that's doing the right thing for the country?
Actually, I had trouble understanding that. Can you repeat that? Can you slow it down a
Do
little bit?
you think you can do something better than being here sitting talking the whole day about somebody that
Oh,
doing the right
I
thing
can
for the
do
country?
one moment,
everything
one-
better
one
than this
moment.
if I
You
chose.
don't think you
Sure.
can do something
Excuse me,
better?
Yes,
You
sir,
don't
okay.
think you can do something better than here be blah, 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 the whole
Chino,
day?
as a parent of a 12-year-old, let me see. Hey, Bubba, is there anything that you want that I haven't been able to get you? What you want?
Roblox.
You want a dinosaur?
That man
He
always want a damn dinosaur.
He said he want a dinosaur. He want a dinosaur. That's what he said. He want a dinosaur.
Guys, Erica's links are in the bio. Erica's links are in the bio. If you want to get Bubba a dinosaur, we'll talk about the Honda Civic. Donate to Erica for the dinosaur. Her links are in the bio.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, you're literally, all right, trying to condemn someone. All right, you're trying to condemn someone and disparage my friend for the job that he has chosen to do, and he actually makes a difference because Hector has marched at the Capitol out there in Texas.
Trust me, he doesn't make any difference.
Hector has
People not
protested.
stupid.
Hector has helped his community.
No,
All right, Hector
no, I
has
disagree.
changed
People
minds
not
for the
stupid. People don't
better.
believe him.
Hector
People
has
not
made
stupid.
progress. What have you done, Chino? What have you done?
I am, listen, I done for this country more than
He cleaned the planes, Erica. He cleans the planes.
God damn it, Hector! I was about to say that he cleaned the plane. The plane. That's what he cleaned the plane,
I'm not
y'all.
disparaging people who do
but
janitorial work. I appreciate you.
At least I don't criticize anybody like you guys doing. Like you are Mr. Perfect.
What's wrong with criticizing someone? If someone is deserving of
You criticize the hell out of Biden. You're you criticize me.
Yeah, that's it. You're literally criticizing Hector right now. You're criticizing anyone that actually does this type of work.
I criticize you for, guess what, 10 minutes. You criticize Donald Trump for the whole day, every single day. What's wrong with you?
No, I don't do this the whole day.
What's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you guys? I hope people don't listen to you anymore.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what's wrong with me.
It's 631 that are listening right now.
Yeah, I'm glad they listen to me. I'm glad they listen to me. Let's see how many tomorrow.
Thank you, Andy, for the You're So Fly. So Chino, did it bother you that Andy person just sent me a gift that helps me get paid? Does that bother you?
Brother, I don't care. You can be millionaire.
I think it was a pretty gift. I thought it was a pretty gift. Did that gift bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me because I have my way to make money too.
So what are we doing? Why can't we just be happy for each other that fellow Americans are getting by in this economy?
Brother, I am mad because all you do is criticize somebody that should be sleeping and do something for this country.
Hey, Erica, all you do is criticize.
That's all you guys doing. You together. That's all you're doing, brother. Donald Trump.
Hold on.
Donald Trump. Come on, man.
So Chino, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, okay? And 3 yes or no questions. Question number 1: do you think it's fair to criticize the Democratic Party for their maybe alleged protection of Joe Biden, despite the fact that he may have been incapable of finishing his presidency because of his mental decline? Do you think it's fair to criticize Democrats for that? Yes or no?
who have mentally
Joe Biden.
mentally
Do you
problems?
believe Joe Biden had mental issues?
No, I never criticized this guy. I don't know nothing. I know.
You
I know some people who-
don't believe he has mental issues? W's, thank you so much, Andy, for the Astro Bear. I appreciate you. You don't believe Joe Biden has had any issues?
brother. I believe.
Okay,
and I
fine, no
don't.
problem. I won't put words
I
in your
have
mouth.
help.
I won't put words in your mouth. So what you did criticize Joe Biden for is what you did criticize Joe Biden for is him flooding the country with illegal immigrants, right?
Exactly. Everybody
Okay.
knows that in America. It's not secret.
So there's not an issue with criticism. Why are you now criticizing me for criticizing Donald Trump?
Because you know about insurance, you don't know what you're talking about. You only know about insurance.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Okay,
Chino.
okay, let's be honest.
Chino.
Let's be honest.
Chino.
Did you went to the
Chino.
university to do that? Did you
Chino,
went to the
that's strike
university
two.
to do what you're doing?
Chino, I just want to let you know that's strike two. That's the second time you insulted me, okay? That's the second time. I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know, okay? That's the second time.
Listen, I apologize 10 times.
So-
I apologize 10 times. I still like you, but answer my question. Did you went to the university to graduate to do what you're doing right now?
Chino, you don't have to go to a university to be a political commentator.
So what you know about politics? Where did you graduate? Where?
Chino, I read a lot. I do a lot of research. I listen to other people more educated than me, and I make informed opinions.
I think what you think that
Thank
most
you so
people
much,
listen to you
Rachel.
are stupid. I think that
Wait,
you think
wait,
that most
hold on,
people that
hold
listen
on.
to you are stupid.
Chino. Now you insulted the chat. Now you insulted my chat. First off, I'm gonna let up maybe our new favorite Republican. You just insulted my entire chat, okay? You think I believe
Justin?
my chat is stupid?
Brother.
Hey guys.
How's it going, Justin? Why would you say something like that, Chino? Damn. I think the chat wants to kick you now, bro.
Hey, let's see what Justin has to say.
I think the chat wants to kick you now, bro.
Oh no! I'm not coming up here on your side. I'm coming up here to defend Hector. Because let me tell you, we had a very while we don't agree on everything, but we had a very productive, very respectable,
I
very
fucking love it here.
intelligent conversation last
Oh
night.
my
To call
God.
this man disrespectful,
I appreciate
you
that.
do not
Thank
know
you.
him. You, I don't think you've been here before, have you?
You don't know me either.
Have you been here before, Chino? Have you watched me before?
No, but do you guys know me?
No, I don't know you. I'm not claiming
So
that
why
I
are
do,
you talking about that? Why are you talking about that? You don't know me. You don't know how smart I am.
But you don't know Hector.
First
to sit here and call him
Well, you don't know
disrespectful
me,
like
brother.
that.
You don't know how smart I am. You have no idea.
Okay, and
Oh, you don't
like
know
I said,
him.
I am not going to
you
come
don't
up
know
here and
him.
defend you. I'm going to come up here because call Hector out like that. He was very nice, very respectable. We had a very pleasant, productive conversation. And
Hey,
Erica and
I
Hector, I'm
always
sure,
say,
will
I
tell you the
always
same
say
thing
he's
I
a nice
said.
guy.
Justin, I've been very nice and respectful to Chino. Chino not only insulted me twice, but my entire chat. Chino came for us twice, man.
Listen, brother, I
Yeah?
apologize 10 times.
Nah.
I apologize to
I was
everybody.
catching flack from your chat last night, and I had no issues. Like, it
Hey,
happens.
brother.
He really was.
Oh, I
Oh my
was.
God.
Me in the chat.
Hey, I always say he's a nice guy. I always say that. Okay? He's a nice guy. Trust me.
Okay.
Brother, I like you. In deep, you're a nice guy. I just disagree with many stuff you say.
Chino, what do you disagree with that I've said? First off,
Brother,
actually,
I
hold on. In order to establish the disagreements, I need to ask you this because you didn't answer. Is this your first time watching my platform, Chino?
I never see you before. First time.
This is your first time. So your issue is that I host this live because I first off, I don't know why you guys do this. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. I do
And we have to
politics.
respect him.
So
And we
I
have
would
to
talk
respect
about if, let's say, Kamala Harris won the 2024 election, I'd be talking about Kamala Harris just as much as I'd be talking about Donald Trump because they're in the highest office in the state. And that is what I comment on top of local politics and other things. So you're only having an issue that I'm talking about Trump this much.
Because you attack Trump all the time, brother.
Yes, I very much attack Trump. And I do listen.
Come on, man.
I don't attack Trump just because I think he's a fucking moron, right? I attack Trump because I believe he is the embodiment of everything wrong with this country.
So let's be honest. If it's not Trump, who's going to fix the migration in this country? Tell me an A. Tell me an A.
Congress could have made a step towards fixing the immigration
They done
problem.
it. They done it. They done it.
Yeah, they tried to in
No, they don't. No, they
S4361.
don't. No, they don't.
Let me help you. Let me help you. There was a bill presented in Congress called S4361. This bill was bipartisan. Okay? The bill passed in the House, and when it went to the Senate, every single Republican but one, something Murkowski in Alaska, the woman, I can't remember her name, Lisa? It may have been Lisa Murkowski. In Alaska was the only Republican who voted yes on that bill, but it didn't matter. They said no. Donald Trump made a call to individuals in Congress of Representatives and said, hey, I don't want that bill passed. Okay? Donald Trump quite literally said verbatim, I believe it was February of 2024, blame it on me. He misrepresented the bill and the provisions in it, right? So I want to ask you 3 questions specifically, and I want you to tell me if you think it's good for the border or not. Because despite popular speculation, I'm for border security. In fact, I get shit on by the left in my positions on the border, but I digress, okay? Do you think putting a cap on border encounters weekly is a good thing? Chino, the question is for you.
Say it again. So repeat the question.
A cap on border encounters or crossings every week. Do you think that's a good thing?
Can you use a different word to say that?
Okay, got you. Setting a limit on the amount of people that can cross the southern border into the United States every week. Do you think that's a good thing?
No.
No?
No, they need to stop that. People have to come here legal, the right way.
I don't think you heard. Okay.
I don't know if I answered your question. People have to come here legal, the right way.
Well, the right way wouldn't be a part of this cap, right? When we're talking about the encounters, the undocumented migrants that you're referencing, this bill would have set a cap on the amount of people that would have been able to come weekly, right? And once we hit that cap, once we hit the limit, once we exceeded that limit, guess what happened? The border closed down, and it would have stayed closed for an entire 2 weeks until the numbers regulated again, reducing the amount of people that would have been allowed to be accepted for anything. Do you think that's a good thing?
That's a bad thing because people have to come there. I know what you say. Let enter 10 people and then let's give 2 weeks so we legalize the 10 people and then reopen again. That's not the right way.
Well no.
That's not the right way, brother. People, there are paperwork to do to come the right way.
That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is like, okay, for like an example, like capping. So 300 people get to come through this week. And for the next 2 weeks, it's nobody. Like Hector, am I kind of getting at the right?
So let's to be fair, the number is specifically 2,500 a day, rough average like 8,000 a week, right?
Yeah, I was just using an example.
Yeah, yes. So if we had 10,000 1 week, everything closes, shut down, done,
So
can't get in,
question,
and then it would have stayed closed for 2 weeks afterwards, right? So there was going to be an
I
initial
got
period
it.
where it would have been closed, and if those numbers didn't reduce, or encounters, right, not crossings, actually. That's why I keep fucking up. Encounters. So just people that we would have seen or witnessed, not people that would have came over. Just seeing them would have counted as an encounter. And if it hit that 8,000 number a week, done. No more. And it would have stayed closed for an additional 2 weeks. Do you understand now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that's a good thing?
It's a good thing. Yes.
Okay.
I got it now.
Do you think it would have been a good thing to allocate $670 million to continue building the border wall?
That's a tough question.
You disagree with the border wall?
That's a tough question.
I think the wall is stupid, to be fair. But do you disagree with the border wall?
No, the border is stupid. I agree with you. That's a waste of money.
Okay, fair. Cool. All right. What about hiring an additional roughly 12 to 1,500 additional judges and lawyers to help go through the process of people that have pending immigration cases to help verify who has legal, like actual grounds for asylum, who has the ability to become citizens, right? By us clearing the backlog that we have, we could have fast-tracked legal, good citizens like yourself, allegedly, from becoming citizens, and then fast-tracked the bad ones, because we would have vetted them more, and getting them out of the country. Do you think that's a good thing?
So why you don't have the idea when Biden was president?
That was under Biden. That was the bill that Democrats and Republicans worked on and negotiated.
If it's true that wasn't the Biden, why Biden opened the border more than the time that you say?
He didn't. And again,
No,
I'm
he did
gonna
brother.
go. I'm gonna go with your.
Look at the video. He did it.
You're pivoting from the bill.
What
You're pivoting from the bill.
in the hell?
Okay.
Listen, I am Latin. I know my people. Biden open that border forever. You guys
Okay,
don't,
sure,
don't lie.
sure. Listen to me. Hear me out.
Don't lie.
I'm just gonna go with that for right now.
Don't lie.
I'm gonna go with that for right now. I'm gonna be devil's advocate. Biden opened the border, and then Biden opened the border, and then Biden said, "Hey, we can't have an open border anymore. Let's shut this shit down. Let's pass real immigration reform to which we haven't seen at least for the past 40 years." Why would Donald Trump and Republicans not support that bill?
I don't know.
Please understand something.
That's a good question.
Especially early 2024, I was a lot more sympathetic to yes, I was a lot more sympathetic to Republicans early 2024. Very different now, but I was a lot more sympathetic to Republicans when it came to the border. And then when I found that out, not just a talking point, not just a reel, when I looked into myself, when I saw the provisions of the bill, when I saw the fact that Democrats didn't even like voting for the bill, but they did it to actually solve the problem, and Republicans shut it down, that's when I said, fuck Republicans. Because how dare you lie to the American people and run off of actually wanting to fix said issue, and then when it's presented to you, you use it as bait, you use it as a toy that you can wiggle around and shut down so you can just come in and through executive order close the border and weaponize ICE to go out there and kill American citizens. That's my fucking issue with Republicans. They're not about what they say. I'm not saying some Democrats aren't about what they say, but what I can tell you is the majority of Democrats voted for that bill.
I agree with you on that one.
Now you understand my contention. Do you not think
No,
that reason would be a good reason to really not like that piece of shit?
I agree with you on that one, but you have to agree with me, whether you want or not, that Biden opened that border forever, and everybody in America knows that. People are having California on the airplane, New York, everywhere. Remember 2 or 3, 4 summers ago. Remember that one. Don't lie to me, brother.
So here's where I will middle ground with you, and I do this with every single Republican. I believe that Joe Biden failed by not responding to the border with executive order earlier.
And by open the border forever. They have something that
No, hold on.
He didn't open the
did
border.
not. Thank you. He did not open the border. That is not true. Joe Biden didn't open the border.
Who opened the border? Who did it?
No one. First and foremost, and
So
I'm
how
not
people-
trying to
how
be
people
funny,
go- how people
there
go-
is
how
no
people go every
door
day?
with a lock
people you-
on the southern border that Biden opened up, okay?
How
Joe
people
Biden
used to
didn't
go every
change.
day? How?
I strongly advise you, Chino, to look into immigration laws and look at the fact that nothing was changed under the Biden-Harris administration other than directives of DHS and ICE. That's the only thing that was changed.
Brother,
We can look at every single executive order that Biden revoked from the Trump administration. Some people disagree with, like MPP or Remain in Mexico. Okay.
Trust me.
He
A
did
lot
not
of people
change
disagree.
immigration
A
law
lot of people.
because Joe Biden can't change immigration law. Only Congress can. He never opened the border. We saw a spike of undocumented migrants come to the United States because of worldwide imbalance due to the pandemic, because of economic instability that led a bunch of people to flood one of the greatest countries in the world. Okay? And if you want to say that you don't think Biden responded to it appropriately, I can give you some credit there, 6,000%. But he did not open the border. We'd also be ignoring how Donald Trump would have contributed to some of those numbers as well.
I doubt if one illegal people come under the Trump administration through the border. No way that happened with Trump, because he loved America, he cared about America, brother. Nobody will come under Donald Trump. Other thing, you know who's the king of deportation? Do you know what president is the king of deportation and separation of family and children? Do you know the name of the president?
They called Obama the deporter-in-chief.
Exactly. Do you make a video against Obama like you do with Trump now? Tell me yes or no.
How long do you think I've been doing politics?
Brother, I want you to be honest. Do you give a hard time to Obama
How
when he
old does he
deported
think you are?
and separated
Yeah.
families? Oh, you have to make a video
Sir,
about Donald Trump.
I couldn't even vote when Obama was the president, bro. What do you want me to do? I couldn't even vote.
Okay, I apologize if it's true, but you didn't make any video, by the way, about now it's Trump.
You want me to make a video now saying I, Hector Tux, condemn some of the actions of Barack Hussein Obama from the 8 years he was president.
So you were underage when Obama was president. You were 10-year old, brother. When Obama was president, you were 10-year old. How old you were? Come on, bro. Ask me. You didn't make any video against Obama. He deported more people than anybody. Did you make any video? He separate family. He opened a camp. He did everything, Obama. Nobody make a video against Obama. Oh, now Trump. Oh, let's go against Trump.
Okay, I really want you to like breathe, catch a bubble, Chino, and just breathe for a moment, please.
Okay,
you stop it.
No,
stop.
You are
Excuse me. I need you to stop and be quiet. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I gotta do some
Good
math.
grief.
Oh
With
my
that
God.
being said, all right, there were many people who protested against President Obama's deportation actions.
What about you? What you
All right,
did?
no
You,
one is
what you
actually
did?
even agreeing with deportation itself. No one up here even said, "Thank you so much, AJ. I appreciate you, love. Thank you for the love drop. I appreciate you. Drop some hearts for AJ." What was I
Nobody
saying?
sent me a
No one,
present.
excuse me, sir.
What is my present?
We both can't talk at the same time.
Oh my God.
Stop that. Thank you. With that being said, what I was saying was, all right, is that there were people who protested against President Obama's deportation actions. No one is even saying that they have a problem with deportation or that they're for deportation. All right. The issue at hand is how Donald Trump is going about carrying out these deportations. All right. I'll be the first person to admit that Obama, in the first 2 to 3 years of him as being a president, so the first 2 to 3 years of his first term, all right, he handled deportation awfully. It was awful. That's why he was sued.
Not awfully, terrible.
That's why he was sued. All right. You say terrible, I say awful. Either
Exactly.
or,
Thank you.
we didn't like it. Okay. All right.
Terrible.
That's why he was sued. Yet, when they went to the courts, all right, they found that he was in fact using expedited removal correctly.
So
he
Trump
was
is not the
using.
world president.
Excuse
Trump is
me.
not the
So
world
so
president.
sorry.
Obama
So
was the world
sorry.
president.
So sorry. I'm gonna be able to finish this. Thank you. Okay. They found that he was in fact allowing people to have due process. All right. The difference here is that Donald Trump, all right, is not allowing people to have due process. He's usurping the Constitution of the United States of America. All right. Do you believe, Chino, that the Constitution is the law of the land here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. By the way, Chino, are you naturalized?
I am citizen since 2005. I passed 97 questions of 100.
He said he
That's
came in
what's
through a
up.
refugee program and became a citizen.
I know
came
more
in
than
via
a man. I
refugee
know more
program.
than this country, more than many people.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that, Chino. So, Chino, if you know more than many people, okay, all right, what did Donald Trump direct the United States Customs and Immigration Services
Thank
to
you,
do
Unicorn.
starting in January of 2026?
Now you want to play smart because you are better talking than me. Come on.
She's just
I didn't
asking
say I
you
was a better talker.
questions.
I'm asking you a question.
No, I'm not able to answer that question. My English is not that good. I cannot compete with you.
No, this isn't a competition of English. She's just asking you questions. If you don't know, you don't know.
My brother, I like you. I
Sir.
cannot answer
My
that.
brother.
Brother, listen. So listen, all right. What Donald Trump ordered the U.S. CIS to do is to send over 100 to 200 cases per month to the Department of Justice for immigration fraud. Do you know that over a span of 27 years, so from 1990 to 2017, the average number of cases that they had a year was 11?
No, I didn't.
11. Donald Trump wants 100 to 200 cases per month
Can I ask
of
you a question?
immigration fraud so that he can denaturalize citizens. People like you, Chino.
No, he cannot touch me. Can I ask him a question?
What did he say?
Can I ask him a question?
He what you? What did you
He
say?
cannot touch me. I'm citizen. He cannot touch me.
He can't touch you because you're a citizen?
I am a good citizen. I don't have problem with this country. I do everything right.
You didn't hear any of the words that were just said.
I don't have dirty background. I am clean. I pay my taxes. I work. I go to church. I don't do nothing bad.
Okay, all right. That's the problem right there. You think that you can't be touched.
So I have a question. When you guys going to do a video talking about every single good thing that Trump does? When? When is the day?
When he does something good.
I'll tell you
No,
what.
he's done it. Many.
Chino,
He's done it many
Chino,
times.
I'm
When
gonna
is
make
the
you a
day?
promise. Chino, I'm gonna make you a
Come
promise.
on, man.
Chino, I'm gonna make you a promise. I'm gonna clip this moment right now. I'm gonna clip this moment right now. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna clip this moment.
Go for it, brother.
I, Hector Talks, do solemnly swear that I do not respect all of the policies of the Obama administration in regards to immigration. I do think he was infinitely better than Donald Trump when it comes to due process, but there were some slip-ups along the way, and I condemn the slip-ups of Obama. I will clip this, Chino, and I will post it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Now, where's my present? Everybody send you present. Where's my present? Nobody send me present.
Hey,
You up here grifting?
Wait, Chino, did you not tell me that I'm not a real man without a real job? Now I'm gonna fuck up my mic.
Brother, why you
Real
the only
man
one that-
without a real job for making money off of TikTok, and you just asked for presents. Chino, that is one of the most contradictory fucking.
No.
Chino, you playing me, bro. You playing me, bro. You fucking playing me, bro. What you want presents for? You want presents for sitting up here and talking, Chino?
Why are people sending him things? What are we doing?
No, nobody send me nothing. I'm getting mad.
I mean, I'm getting some love tonight, and I appreciate it. But
No, I just didn't want him to have more than you, and then boom, here we go.
Hold on. I don't accept this. There's no reason Justin should have more coins than Chino, okay? Justin, get Justin some coins, okay? At least more than Chino. God damn it, this is some bullshit. Get Justin some coins.
Sending Chino.
Hey, brother, that's not nice.
Erica, check your Discord. Check Discord, please.
So, can somebody send me something? I'm getting mad. See, look, you got heart, you got flowers, you got stars.
Oh, God.
Come on, America. What's wrong with you, America?
Oh, Chino.
Nobody feels sorry for me. Come on, man.
Chino, would you like to tell us? Would you like to tell us what other issues you have with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Go ahead. Why are you talking about Jingle Ball? You said immigration. That was one. What's the second thing? Chino, are you not hearing me? Are you hearing me, Chino? I hear you. Why aren't you answering my question? Chino, why are you yelling?
With that. You had way too much fun.
that was great. I'm not mad.
In the economy.
I knew it was coming when I heard the music.
Said, bye, brother.
That's why I was just like, later, Gator. I knew it was coming.
Hey, bro, that dude was... Oh, my God, that dude was something else.
Oh, yeah, that's why I came up. I was like, no. Despite what you might think, I ain't coming up here on your side.
Yes, man.
He got an awakening there.
That was a lot. You okay, Hector? Today has been a fun day.
Catch your breath, breathe.
It's been a lot of fun. All right, while Hector catches his breath, guys, it's still over 550 people in here. Let's make sure we are tapping the screen. So keep tapping, tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things. Thank you all so much for the love. All right, and just keep the good times a rolling.
And thank you guys for the love, for all the gifts. I was not expecting that.
They can wait. Okay. All right, let me read out these donos. Oh, God. Chino, if you're still here, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for coming up tonight. You have been the highlight of my night, Chino. Absolute fucking highlight of my night. Chino, you are more than welcome to come back. We do have some, I'm so late, guys. I'm so sorry. We have some donos before the drop one specifically. W's in the chat to Crow for the $1 Venmo. I mean, your friendly neighborhood social programs worker has arrived if you want. Oh, yeah, I wasn't even. Yeah, listen, guys, I know like you guys are like really like experienced in your fields and stuff when you hear people saying certain things you want to come up. Please understand, I have a rule where I don't even think it would serve us to try and go down that route with certain people. Like telling them the intricate details of social programs and stuff is pointless when they believe what they believe. Like, I don't believe that. Like, it's a waste of time. But thank you so much. Absolutely. I'll call on you for something else. W's in the chat to Kimberly for the $5 Cash App. Catching up on my white guilt fund. I was a delinquent at the time. Thank you, Kimberly. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Bugsby for the $10 Cash App. Here, Hector, damn. You're good at this, nephew. Fuck Chino. I like Chino, okay? I like Chino. Even though you tried to come for me, I like Chino. W's in the chat to you, Bugsby. W's in the chat to, I'm assuming it's Kaylani for the $8.88 Venmo. For you and Erica for having to put up with this. Thank you for continuing to show up to work. I'm not working. I'm not working, Kaleni. I'm just sitting on a chair. I'm just talking shit. This isn't work. Oh my God. W's in the chat to you. Shauna for the $10 Venmo. Hector, brother, here's the hush money to make Chino disappear. W's in the chat to Shauna. And W's in the chat to Gucci for the $16.12. That was oddly specific. I think we only needed $6.12 at the end. You said 16.12. Is the 10 for the boba? Thank you. All she said was please crying emojis. W's in the chat to you, Gucci. W's in the chat to you. And I hope I'm about to ask a question to Erica, and I hope I have a good answer. Erica, do you have any thank yous to read?
Yes, I got Auntie Bugsby. Auntie Bugsby said, "Here, Erica, damn, for Bubba's dino form." Are you gonna get Bubba another goddamn dinosaur? Thank you, Auntie Bugsby. I appreciate you. That was fun.
W Bugsby. That's the only one? That's crazy. Y'all forgot what month it is. I see. I need 5 more people to donate to Erica within the next couple of minutes. Yes, I'm setting a quota. I'm setting a DEI quota. Anyways, I don't know where to go from here, y'all. Caller, call back. Call back if you want to. We'll do that as a last call. I'm beat, bro. I don't have anything else.
Hey, I have an interesting thing I came across today, if you guys are interested.
Sure, go ahead.
So, again, it's going back to the e-files and everything. So I came across something really interesting today. I was looking through a lot of the files because I like reading through the shit, and like I said last night, for those who weren't here in the chat and everybody knows, like, we came to common ground on that, just to refresh memory for everyone. But so I came across, and I'm going back in time, and I don't know how old you would have been, around like 2006, 2008.
I would have been 8 years old in 2006.
Okay. Oh wow, so I'm quite a bit older than you. And but I came across Snowden, Edward Snowden, at least someone who looked very much like him. Don't know if it was, but I was like, that's interesting. If you know who Edward Snowden is.
In the files? Like named?
Not named. But it was like, I came across it like on Reddit. They were showing like pictures and things like that. And he was big for WikiLeaks. Mm-hmm. He got out Prism, which was like a government spying thing that basically, like, Big Brother spying on your phone, can listen to everything you said.
Work with NASA.
Everything you say, everything you do. Yeah. He was NSA, CIA. I believe he worked for both departments. And I was like, that's interesting. I don't know if it's true. I don't know for sure it was him, but it looked a lot like him. And like, if there's a way I could send it to you, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know. I don't think I can message you through here.
Would you happen to have? I can pull up right now. Would you happen to have like a page number or a link reference I can pull up?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, just I'll put my email in the chat.
Or if you can just send it, like if you want to just send it to me directly. If there's a way that you can like DM in this.
Well, like links don't work in thing, but I can copy and paste it into thing. So yeah, you can send me a message here, or I just put it in the. I have to change the name of that actually to Hector Talks before I change it. Hector with talk at gmail.com, 2 R's, talk as in TikTok, Hector with 2 R's, talk at gmail.com. You can send it there. I put out that email whenever I'm talking to Trump supporters who say they have all this evidence that they can't present, and I say email it to me, and I haven't gotten a single email from any of them. But anyways,
But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Got you. That would be fucking interesting if he was in there.
And that's something I would love to like know more about. Like if he actually is in there, that's like, because like he was a very controversial figure. Me personally, I think he did the right thing, because I mean he dumped a whole bunch of shit that it's like, yeah, I think it's right that we know that.
I agree. All right, let's see if we can. Oh, we do have one up here.
Hello.
I'll run this for another. Was it 31 minutes? We'll do a live for another 31 minutes. Justin, I appreciate you coming up. I'm sure you walked in here like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh no, like I said, I just heard the way he was coming out at you. I was like, Hector had I don't think he was here last night. That's why I was like, no, this man's nothing but respectful. And there are things we agreed on last night. There are things we didn't agree on last night. But here I am again. I told you I'd be back.
I appreciate you coming up, man. You enjoy the rest of your night and the rest of your weekend.
You guys too.
Right, thank you.
Justin.
Take.
All right.
I will be tokenizing the fuck out of Justin going forward. I just want to let y'all know, but he probably consents to it. Debunker 7000.
Hello.
Have we talked to you before?
Yeah, I was talking about Islam with you yesterday. Remember?
Is this the dude that said Christianity was a peaceful religion?
What? What else do you want to talk about? What do you want? What? Duh! What specifically about Trump? Several. Actually, Erica, do you want to talk to them? This is up to you. I'm not engaging with this. This is all up to you. Oh, okay. All right, bye. YouTube, I did it again. I started playing the drop song.
Bruh.
Fucking over this guy, bro. Meanie, did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't. I like your channel, but I just wanted to say something really quick. Did you see the other day where the Supreme Court ruled Trump's tariffs illegal and they blocked him, and then he went on live TV and threw a hissy fit about that, like a 5-year-old child?
Was that literally this morning?
Today.
Yeah.
That was today.
This morning, yeah. I literally just saw that and my jaw dropped. I was like, I wasn't even mad. It's like, it's just crazy, dude. Like, they literally said it's just like he bitches about every little thing. I just don't understand.
Well, when someone takes away your only economic policy away from you,
literally,
what you gonna do?
Literally, that's what he ran off of.
Literally, he has nothing else.
Yeah, the tariffs are like his only thing. You're right.
Yeah, and it's the thing that's funny about it is that he has. I saw there was some news that he has implemented, I believe, a 10% tariff. So another broad 10% tariff. Can you look?
I saw that. I was like, I laughed so hard. I was like, "You're so petty. You're such a little child."
But did he use? Let me see. I got to make sure. Did he use Section 122 to do that?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Okay, so a lot of Trump supporters like to argue that Donald Trump wants to devalue our dollar. So he wants to bring down the value of it. And
right.
don't disagree with them, but I don't think that is on purpose. And the reason why I don't think it's on purpose is because Donald Trump is simply stupid. It's a happenstance. It's a coincidence that he's doing it. And so with this one, is under Section 122, which is a balance of payments authority. All right, so it's basically Section 122 of the Trade Act of 1974. And with this one, it's basically to address like urgent economic crises related to the U.S. So he's basically saying that we have a deficit, a supply deficit. So we're basically spending more, so sending out more than we are receiving. All right, so basically we're spending more money than we're bringing in is what his argument is. But the thing about Section 122 is that if you do it this way, all right, he would actually be appreciating the value of the dollar. So that's going to increase, which is the opposite of what he wants. So he's kind of shooting himself in the foot. But also it's going to cause market volatility because you can only do this for 150 days.
Well, that's what I mean. And even with this this Project 2025,
Double tap the screen.
like that BS, like even that he's messing up with. It's like, what's going to take for like him to be impeached? Like he should be. I mean, January 6th should have been the end of it. But I just
well, now we have more grounds to impeach him on tariffs if we get the House and the Senate. With the Supreme Court,
I'm worried about the midterms. I'm worried about. I don't know. I feel like some BS is going to happen.
It could be, but also Erica's about to make a great argument in regards to the dangers of impeachment.
I don't want him impeached. I don't want him impeached. No, I don't want Vance at all. I don't want Vance. I'll say this again. Even though Vance has the personality of a wet rock, right? Like Vance is he's absolutely awful. Vance is somebody who stands for nothing. He stands for absolutely nothing whatsoever. That means that he'll do anything.
I understand that, and I hear people, but let me ask you something. Do you guys really think Vance is that terrible?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
He was handpicked by the Heritage Foundation. He's their puppet. He is their cuck. Excuse my English.
No, he is. I mean this with my full chest. I think the country is somewhat being spared right now by Trump because he's an old, incompetent fuck. I do not want a young, more competent fuck in office pursuing the more aggressive agendas of this administration.
Do you like seeing Trump suffer? On live TV, pretty much. That's basically what he's doing. I really don't think he looks so miserable. Like he's literally just.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
get no joy. I don't get no joy from that. No, I literally, when you look at the grand scheme of things, I agree wholeheartedly with Hector. Trump is old. Also, Trump still is a bit of a loose cannon. So he, in a sense, cannot be fully controlled. Trump can be purchased, but he can't be fully controlled because he loves to go off script. So we are being spared, all right, the full agenda of the Heritage Foundation. If they get someone like JD Vance in there, all right, then someone said it yesterday. I can't recall if it was over here or not, Hector, but we basically be looking at Schmittler 2.0.
I think it was here.
Was it over here?
Here are yours. One of them. Yeah.
Somewhere said that, but I fully agree with them. We be looking at Schmittler 2.0. And we be basically in a situation that we would not be able to recover from. You think that we wouldn't? It was you, Justin? It was Justin. Welcome, Justin. All right, I can't believe I'm quoting Justin. Here we are. We come full circle, Justin. Full circle. Full circle. But yeah, Manny, we don't want Vance. Not at all.
Okay, so we don't want Vance. Okay. No for Vance.
Trump sucks ass, but we do not want Vance. So let him. He's gonna finish out his presidency. He's gonna mess some stuff up for the next few months. If people pass this, like this is not even an open book test. This isn't even an open book test. Like the answers are already circled for you. Like it's already circled. It's in like glaring letters, neon lights or whatever, and people just have to, pay attention and mark the right answer, and we can get control of the House and the Senate. And then he'll just be a lame duck that can't do anything.
Yeah, that's what we got to focus on is terms and shit.
Really quickly, W's in the chat to Kimberly for the $5 for Erica. Erica, please, Bubba's Dino Fun. WCU, Kimmy. WCU. Thank you so much for your support.
Awesome. Thank you.
Guys, I'm starting it right now because I feel like I'm going to ask Erica a question that's going to piss me off depending on her answer.
No, it'll make you happy.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Shout out to, make sure I can say your name. Shout out to Molly. Thank you so much for the 20 for Bubba's Dino Fun. Keep slaying. All right, awesome. Okay, so this kid's gonna get another
What's up, Joey?
dinosaur.
Joey, I kidnapped Pedro for a second. I just want to let you know he's mine now. Go ahead.
God bless you.
Thank you, Sick of Society.
Thank you so much to Gucci. Hi, Gooch. Gooch sent some eyes and a heart emoji. I love you too, Gucci. Drop some hearts for Gucci. Also, Maze sent 20 and Maze said, here, Hector, damn. White guilt fund / quota.
W Maze. W Maze.
And love you more, Maze. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate y'all. Also, shout out to Kalani for the $8.88. Said black woman here. I'm Kalani. This is me showing up for my people. Happy Black History Month. Thank you so very much. It's pronounced Kailani. Did I mispronounce it? Okay, I'm gonna keep working on it.
I think I said Kailani. I think I'm not sure.
It looks like it's Kailani. It's Kailani.
Kailani.
Because it's Kai, and my friend's name is Kai, and it's Kai. So it's Kailani.
Kailani, that makes sense.
It's Kailani. Thank you so much, Kailani.
Okay.
All right. And also, Jeff sent 20 and said the Hector quota. I appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so very much. Y'all are awesome. Thank you.
See, and to anyone who's upset that we would set a quota, a discriminatory quota, to correct the wrongs, then you should be more upset with the wrongs than the quota set to correct it. That's my exact argument for affirmative action. Anyways,
brother.
But thank you guys for having me up. But yeah, that was just what I wanted to talk about. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you coming up. And yes, we were corrected. Kailani is how you say it. Thank you so much. Kailani, because I butchered that several times. Kailani, got it. Thank you so much. What up, Joey?
Now I fucking know you are not poaching my mods. Hi, Erica, first of all.
Hi,
Pleasure
Joey.
to be here with you, Erica.
That's funny.
I mean, he came up here. I didn't ask him to come up. He came up here. So.
I know this is some bullshit right now. I'm going to slide because it's February. I'm going to let it slide.
That's crazy. He said, mark my words for March the 1st. Mark my fucking words. That's diabolical.
Come March 1st, man.
Are you going live tonight, Joey?
I am, yeah, in like about another hour. So I'm just getting dinner for
Another
the
hour?
boys.
I ain't gonna be live for another hour. I was gonna say I can give you a raid. So be it.
God bless you.
Hey, good news. I went to get my apartment and they accepted me right away. So I move in on April 1st.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
That's fucking
go.
awesome.
That's what I'm talking about.
That
That's
is
good
fucking
shit.
wonderful.
That's good
I'm
shit.
so excited.
That's good news. That's good.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
Let's say moving, doing big things. Guys, Joey's a rising star out here in these political streets. I just want to let you know. He actually does conversations. Will Trump supporters turn into debates all the time? But he actually has conversations, which I do too. But sometimes I have a point to prove. But WCU, Joey. Make sure you guys are following him. Also, make sure you guys are following Erica. Also, make sure you're following me. If you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday at 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. I wish I could promise you every single live is as entertaining as this one has been. Sometimes they're very fucking stressful. Hell, Erica's live earlier was very fucking stressful.
God.
Oh my God. I was.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah.
Bruh, what was that? From the beginning, it was just weird. I was like, what is that a dark cloud over here? What is that? What is happening?
It was so
Hey,
weird.
Joey, tell Hector what we did last night.
Before you
Last
do, I gotta remind the people. Trump supporters request up in the box. If you're still here at this point, you're the demographic of people that I want to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call in the number on screen, 737-295-5321. If you're a Trump supporter who regrets your vote, we're more than happy to hear your story. I want to know when, I want to know why, I want to know how. And if you don't regret your vote, then I can give you several reasons as to why you should. Go ahead, Joey.
Wait, Erica, that wasn't last night. That was 2 nights ago.
That wasn't last night?
No, that was 2 nights ago.
Damn.
We took
Damn.
Erica and I took shots of hot sauce. Well, I took a shot. She had a spoonful. And then we took actual shots of tequila.
Really?
Damn.
And then we got wicked.
It got strange.
We did some strange stuff for a little bit of change, but you know.
Something about a banana, and then Joey had like his kneecaps out. It was weird, man.
Hold on, really quickly. Chat.
Okay.
If all you homophobes, like, I don't know, leave the live. If we get Joey to eat a whole banana on live, on camera, can we get Joey what gift would be adequate for that?
I've never. What do you mean eat a whole banana? What he like?
That's
he
his
bites
whole
a
thing.
banana?
That's his whole thing. Ask him. It's his whole thing. I'm trying to think of an appropriate gift if we can get Joey to swallow banana whole. Apparently, he's really good at that. So I've heard.
What?
I'm not the fucking man. Someone said a galaxy. I was thinking a galaxy, but you know, this is all depend. Joey, what would be the appropriate gift if you eat that whole banana? You tell the people.
I don't leave that up to me.
You tell the people, man. You tell the people. I'll tell you what.
Crazy.
I think a galaxy is lowballing him a little bit. Future encounter.
This is.
We're just having fun. They're not calling in. I want to keep this fun going. Okay. Those of you on the YouTube side, you're missing the fuck out.
I swear. Every single time.
Do we agree on the future encounter, Joey?
Fuck it.
Alrighty. Y'all heard it. Two bananas is ridiculous for an encounter. If he was to do 2 bananas, y'all gotta send a fucking like jets or some shit. Okay. So, Joey, he's going to eat that whole banana if he gets a future encounter. All right? That is the deal. Someone send him a future encounter. Joey eats a whole banana in fashion, and then fucking sick of society.
Sick always does this. Oh my god,
He
sick.
wasted no time.
Sick.
Wait, sick of society. Where were you during the battle?
She was with me. She's on my team.
Are you serious? Oh, I feel a type of way.
YouTube, you guys are missing out. You guys are fucking missing out right now.
I feel a type of way.
Alrighty. Well. Floor is yours, Joey. The people pay.
Hold on. Let me get my tripod. Hold on.
I love it here.
These things are huge.
Oh.
Joey, please.
We'll get to you in a second, USA
hold the
John.
phone. Hold the phone.
Take your time.
I swear, yo. Hey, all I want to do is just have like yell at Trump supporters. But then I either go to Joey's live or Joey comes around, and you know what ends up happening? Bananas and shit. Pickles. Glory holes.
What?
You stop watching
This
CNN.
thing's wicked. Hold on. Oh my god.
Joey, please.
Shit. I'm not ready for it. Okay.
You gotta relax, Joey. Relax your
I gotta
throat.
relax the throat.
Relax your throat.
Joey, seriously? A whole ass banana?
Trump would have thrown that banana way better.
Damn. Now I want to get a banana and see what happens.
All right. I'm impressed. Give
I've
Joey.
never seen him do that before.
Give Joey.
I do it every day.
Whew.
Also, yesterday I found
I
out
think
that
you can do
Joey is an eater, and I didn't know what they were talking about. And then I was like, oh, wow. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go.
That's crazy.
What a lie.
I gotta drop down.
Joey,
I'm
did that
making
not
dinner.
happen? Wait, was it yesterday? Why do I keep thinking it was yesterday? Jesus.
Some.
Damn. What's today?
I was battling
Today's
some
Friday.
guy. He happened to be from the Leviticus community, and he's like, "Damn, I can't even do that." But all right, y'all. I'm gonna step down because I gotta go help Pedro with something. But all right, y'all.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming up, Joey. W's in the
I don't know
chat
how
to
we ended up
Joey.
here, but
W's in the
thank
chat to Joey. I now have that
Bye,
shit
everybody.
clipped.
Later, Joey.
Thank you so much, Joey. Alrighty, USA John, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I voted for Trump.
Alrighty, man. Do you regret your vote?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I really don't like what's going on with Israel, to tell you the truth. But I mean, I think the same thing would have happened with Kamala Harris with Israel. So I really think, if Kamala Harris would have came out and said, I will
Kamala.
not give $1 to Israel, I would have voted for her. I would have been like, okay, keep the borders open, whatever the fuck, like keep all the crazy shit, like keep funneling all our money to Ukraine. Just like if we could stop giving money to Israel, I would vote for Kamala. But since it was going to be the same with Israel, like, it's just like, I just don't understand why anyone could. I mean, obviously, I think Trump is a hard pill to swallow. I think for the majority of Americans that voted for Trump,
You gotta say it, Erica.
it was
You gotta
just
say
like
it.
we did what we had to do. We weren't going to turn our whole country into California.
Erica, don't deprive the people. You gotta say it.
What the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing?
You,
I'm
you
sorry.
just got 1, 2, 3, 4 corgis.
Oh, bitch, I'm a dog.
Times
I'm
4.
sorry, guys. I was looking at the screen. Bitch, I'm a dog.
I mean, I don't like guys killing
Bitch, I'm a
people,
dog.
but I think the job needs
Hey.
to get done.
Hey.
Okay, like,
Bitch, I'm a dog.
There you go. Go ahead.
You good.
yeah, that's about it. I mean, I agree with almost all of it except for like war. I mean, no, I don't think what happened with Venezuela was war. I think that was planned. I think the State Department was planning on doing that for a long time.
Cool. You mentioned a couple of things. Let's go back. You mentioned something about giving all of our money to Ukraine. Do you know how much money Ukraine would have gotten in aid?
How much?
A bit over $200 billion. Mostly in military equipment. Old ones that we weren't using, by the way.
I've heard a lot of different numbers. I've heard 350.
God bless you.
It would be at the end of his term. It would be no more than 300. That's for certain, and that's still pushing it.
Wait. You mean Trump is going to give Ukraine $200 billion? Is that what you're saying?
No, you said we were giving all this money to Ukraine under Biden's term.
No, we did. Yeah.
And then I gave you the number, and then you pushed it up to 300. Even if it
Where'd
was
you get that? Where'd
that
you
would
get that
be
200 number?
this would be based off the Council of Foreign Relations. So even if we were to go off of 300 billion, that would be what, less than 10% of our overall budget, and that's still again pushing it. And majority of that would be military equipment, not direct payments, although they did get some aid, humanitarian aid, and money specifically that was spent here in the U.S. for ammo. So that stimulated our economy.
Yeah, but real quick, like that money that could have sent every millennial, every Gen Z, that could have sent us all to college or like became an electrician. That could have.
So what
that
about the
could have
175 billion that they
housed-
want to allocate to
That could have housed
to ICE?
That could have housed every single homeless person.
Okay, but what about the 175
God
billion that
bless
they
you.
want to allocate to ICE, or even the 75 billion that they've already allocated to ICE for this current
God bless
fiscal
you.
year? Like, what about that via the
Thank you,
big
Shauna.
beautiful ugly bill? What about that? Because when you think about it, that's 3 times the amount at just $75 billion, 3 times the amount that it would take to feed every hungry American in this country for an entire year.
Well, how much money would that take? That probably wouldn't take very much money at all.
Well, okay, 75 divided by 3 is what?
25.
Exactly. So when I say it's 3 times, so it's $25 billion, bro. All right. It's estimated via the World Health Organization that it could take between $20 billion to $25 billion to cure hunger in the United States of America.
Well, yeah. I mean, the people in power are crooks, and they've been crooks. I mean, that's easy. I think that's an easy thing. Like,
but why flip to now that they're crooks now?
I think I know what I'm saying. They're all crooks. Obviously, Trump's a crook, but I said he was a hard pill to swallow. I think the majority of Americans, obviously, we don't like it. I mean, ICE has to exist. I mean, I don't think they should have that much money, but like, I think local law enforcement should do what they're doing in my state. You know, they're doing the same thing in my state. But the thing is, the police work with ICE in my state. And nothing like that happens in my state. The only state that people are dying in are the states where the politicians are egging on the people. They're coordinating. They're paying people to show up where ICE
No
is
one's
at.
being paid to show up.
Yes.
So there's that.
There's signal. Yeah, there's signal messages that have come out. Yes.
Where'd you read these at? Do tell. We'd like to know.
The only states where American citizens would be murdered by ICE are the states that are standing up to the illegal actions of the Trump administration. Yeah, that tracks.
Exactly. Comply or die, folks. Comply or die.
I don't know what kind of point he was trying to make there.
I don't know either. Hector.
Yes.
Hector.
And
We got on
protesting
the
are
same
two
hat
different
today.
things, right?
Yes,
Obstructing
we were.
and protesting are two
Comma
different
whenever.
things. Can we at least agree on that?
Good night, vibes.
Let's agree on definitions here. What is the definition of protesting? Is it putting your body in between, a federal agent and what they're doing? Is that protesting? I don't really understand.
A protest constitutes as an instance of civil resistance or nonviolent resistance when it is part of a larger, systematic, and peaceful nonviolent campaign aimed at achieving specific objective by use of pressure and persuasion.
So if
That's
you're
per West's
physically
law.
stopping someone from doing something, that is violence. That is
No,
violence,
it's not.
especially
Did
for
they put their
using your
hands on
car,
anyone? I'm
especially
so
for-
sorry. When you're physically stopping someone, how are they? Well, I would have to ask you, how are they physically stopping them?
What's the definition of violent?
Yeah.
I
There's so
think
much to
if,
unpack.
I think if someone goes into a bank with a note that says I have a bomb, give me all the money, and they don't hurt anybody, I think that's violent.
Can you give me an equivalent? Can you give me equivalent that protesters on the streets have been doing to equate to bomb threats? Can you give me an equivalent of that?
No, but like putting yourself, it is not putting yourself in between. How is that protesting? Trying to
Putting
stop,
yourself
trying
between.
to stop
Again,
putting your body-
people
putting your
standing in public, okay, just yelling at ICE agents, making alleged blockades, or I guess with holding back traffic, would not
That's
be
literally the definition
would
of
not be
obstruction.
violent.
But it's the definition of obstruction, which is illegal.
Well, then it goes against your own point because you said that they were committing acts of violence.
I mean, I think it's like a flavor of violence. It's not just like
A
nothing.
flavor
You're
of
physically stopping
violence.
someone. You're trying to physically stop someone from doing their job when you're not supposed. I mean, it's definitely
John.
coordinated.
USA John. Just for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
33.
You're 33. What year were you born in?
92.
92. Okay. And what month?
December.
In December. I'm just gonna do the math. Yeah, he would be 33 and 34 in December. Ooh, what happened to the sound?
I don't know.
Did you have to like? That's weird. You had to count it. Okay, go
I
on.
wouldn't even really consider myself a Trump supporter. Like I would just like really literally just consider myself just like I'm trying to like rationally think about things, right? It's like if you like what is the most like if you think like what is the most important thing? What is the most important resource we have? Like right. I think the most important resource we have is children, right? Because the children are the future of humanity. The only way that humans are going to stay here are with children. So it's like,
Do you really want to go down the route of children?
no, for real. Okay, so
I don't think
if
you want to
could
go
only-
down the
look,
route of
okay,
children.
so listen, this is my point. Look, so if someone was holding a gun to your head and you had two choices, and you only had two choices, you
Tried
can
to help
either
them.
pick choice A, and 10 kids get raped, or you can pick choice B, and 9 kids get raped.
What the fuck?
Don't like
Did you voted for Trump, John?
that at
You need to also use TikTok for language.
fucking all. What the fuck is wrong with you, my guy? Actually, that's the cue. We're about
That
2
is the
minutes
cue.
away from ending. That's it. No, absolutely
What was
not.
that?
But I'm gonna go ahead and get up on my soapbox for a little bit because you had the nerve, the audacity, the fucking balls to bring up children when it comes to Donald Trump. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You voted for the guy who bragged about walking into underage women's dressing rooms because he owned the place. You voted for the guy who looked at a 10-year-old girl and said, I will be dating her in 10 years. You voted for the guy who said the thing that him and his daughter had in common was sex. You voted for the guy who has 26 allegations specifically. I'm not sure the exact number of them that would be minor, but several of them were minors that Island Man and himself would have been alleged of trafficking and abusing. You voted for the guy who defunded cancer research and scammed a cancer hospital for children. You voted for a guy who put it past a bill to shut down the government based off of false allegations what undocumented migrants could get and withheld SNAP despite having a contingency fund to continue to fund it at least partially throughout the month of October, November at the time, and then actively fought to continue to starve them. So if you're going to come up here and you're going to talk about children, please understand that you have no fucking ground to stand on because you voted for a man who doesn't give a fuck about children, who sexualizes children and doesn't give a damn about their existence, particularly after they come out the womb, because he's voting alongside or supporting alongside a base that wants to ban abortions, ban health care from women, many of them who want to have children in a safe manner when they have the funds and the aid to take care of them, the aid that he also doesn't support. So respectfully, fuck off. That was ridiculous. Let's see.
Call from
Michael.
Where's
To
Brenna?
accept, press 1.
Excuse me? Michael, you're on the line. Do you vote for Trump?
I did. Sorry, my voice is a little hoarse.
All good?
I did vote for Trump.
Okay. And do you regret your vote?
Not at all.
Not at all?
No. Why should I?
Okay, let's try this. What's the last thing you heard me say before you called in?
You were talking about allegations against Trump.
Which one of the things I said were allegations?
Well, they're all allegations.
Him walking into underage girls' dressing rooms was not an allegation. He confirmed this on the Howard Stern show.
He who cast the first stone, bro. I mean, are you really gonna stand on your soapbox and like act self-righteous, like totally without any substantial evidence towards what Trump did or didn't do that you really don't know?
Fascinating.
You don't.
So I literally
You
told
don't know.
that
You
Donald
don't
Trump
know.
himself confirmed what
crash
he did on the Howard Stern show, which you apparently have never watched, and you never
No,
watched that
I've
episode.
seen that. I've
oh,
seen
you
that.
have.
He
So
has
what
that.
do you mean
He has-
allegations?
What he's saying there has no. He's not saying. Did he say he raped a child?
I'm sorry. Did I
Did he
say
say
that
that?
he raped one of the underage girls that he walked in on, or did I say that he walked in on underage girls?
That's not. See, you're taking it all out of context now, because that's not what he's saying.
context am I missing from the fact that Donald Trump
Go ahead,
bragged
but,
on
play
television
the
and a
video
radio
then.
network
Play
that he walked
the video.
into
Play the
dressing
video
room
right now. We'll
of
break it
underage
down.
girls
Play
because he
the
owned
Howard
place.
Stern video. We'll break it down.
We'll
We'll break it down.
You said I'm missing context.
You can't.
Give me the context.
play the video.
I
We'll
will
break
play
it down
the
right
video.
now.
Hector,
We'll
speak into
get
the
right
mic.
to the bottom of the
First
matter.
off-
And if you can convince me, I will not vote for JD Vance or whoever it is next. I will vote for whoever you.
Buddy, you came up and said, "He who cast
the
the first stone." There's not a single fucking thing I can actually tell you that would make you regret your vote for Trump.
Mouth, man.
So here's
Listen
the issue.
Dude.
Here's
you
the issue.
Are really
if
on your
I
high
play the
horse
video,
right now, dude.
you can't
high
hear it.
Horse.
Hey, my guy, if I play the video, you can't hear it.
Yes, I can. Well, you can.
You
figure
would not
that
be able
out.
to hear it through the call unless you were like playing it on a different device on YouTube. That's the only way you can hear it, and then there's going to be a delay. What I'm going to suggest to you, you degenerate piece of shit, is that you go and watch the video, and then you go see what he said. That's your homework, because I'm actually wrapping up. That's your homework. I want you to go watch the video, and then I want you to call back tomorrow when I'm live again at 3 p.m. CST and tell me what context I left out. That's what I want you to do. That's your homework. Feel free to come back tomorrow at 3 p.m. CST. I'll most likely be live for 3 to 4 hours. So I'm going to give you a 3 to 4 hour window to call back and tell me what context I missed. This dude said, "He who cast the first stone on a fucking creep, on a grown-ass man walking on underage girls." Get the fuck out of here. Alrighty. W's in the chat to Queen for the $10 donation. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you. We're fucking done, y'all. We're fucking done. We're fucking done. I see y'all in the request. I appreciate y'all. We're done. We're done. Actually, I'll let Justin up for a second. Oh, just for a second. Is he loading? What up, Justin?
So I just like to say, disclaimer, I do not want to in any way have myself associated with shit like that.
Yo,
Jesus Christ, man.
From yesterday onward, Justin has started his social distancing from that shit tour. That's what we're going to call it.
That's an understatement. I just want to run the fuck away from people like that and, like, shoot them. Or sorry.
And now I have to drop you. Thank you. You're about to get me flagged. Now I have to drop you. Jesus Christ. Okay. In Minecraft. He meant in Minecraft. It's a video game. What a crazy response. What a crazy response to it happening.
Yeah, I was not listening to that guy. He
Good.
just sounds like a crash. He sounded like a crash in. I was like, I do not feel like hearing anyone yell.
That was insane. Man said, "He who cast the first stone."
Bruh.
And that's my problem with religion. Anyways.
That's sick.
Erica, did you have any other donos?
I'll see. I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I did not. Right. But someone did go and like make a purchase at the at Erica Effect. Like, shout out to I got 2 today, so thank you so much to you all. I don't know if I can say your real name,
Queen,
so I won't.
We're done.
But
you're good,
thank
Justin.
you all so much.
Guys,
what just happened?
You said mine's gonna be here when?
Oh fudge! I can look. Yours should be there soon.
First or second, right? Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so fucking excited. I get my shirt. I get my do all the good things shirt, and once I put on that shirt, that is my permanent payment to always say it. So I just want to let y'all know.
Wait, huh? What? Huh?
If you guys go to ericaeffect.com, you're going to see a great line of merchandise, okay? Great line of merchandise. We posted a new... Fuck off. And let me type it in the chat. I'll do it for YouTube. ericaeffect.com. ericaeffect.com. All right? Go get you some merch. And by getting you some
yours
merch...
will be there the 21st through the 23rd, Hector.
I can literally get it tomorrow. Let's go. Let's go. 100 donated for ICE support. Imagine complaining about the economy and then donating money to ICE, you weird fuck. Also, when did ICE start taking donations? You're just a troll. There we go. I put it in the chat. ericaeffect.com. ericaeffect.com. Go there, check out the merch, get you something cool. All right? If you like to be a loud lib, you can do so with our merch. Check it out. What else? Final PSA. If you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday at 3 p.m. CST, so I'll see y'all tomorrow and randomly throughout the week. Those of you on the YouTube side, hit the like button on your way in or on your way out. We're about to end. I'm going to find someone to raid. And subscribe. Turn on notification bells as well. If you'd like to get your merch off of my shop, such as what I'm currently wearing, and I've done a terrible job at plugging it this entire live, I'm currently wearing the Kamala Would Never hoodie, okay? And this is not all that's on the hoodie. It says Kamala Would Never here, okay? It has Dark Kamala there. Y'all remember Dark Brandon? We got Dark Kamala. And the back says a whole quote. I'm just going to... There's a quote. The quote says, break ground, break glass, break barriers. It's one of Kamala Harris's quote, I believe in 2022. I need to get the date situated. There's several other pieces of merch also in the Kamala Would Never line available on the shop. Pajama sets, hoodies, tank tops, beanies. Check it out. There's the make 2 + 2 = 4 again line. Shirt and hoodie. There's also pants and shorts. Shirt and shorts. There's also other things. Go check that out. And then finally, the 10 Commandments line, because I like to troll the ridiculous Christians who utilize harm in the name of the Lord. So,
Like that guy.
Like that fucking sick guy. Exactly. With that being said, when you're done doing that, consider joining the Discord. We are over 600 members strong. Like I said, to everyone who's a super fan here, I'd strongly suggest you cancel it and you join the subscription on the Discord, in the Discord server. It is cheaper, it is better, and I get more. If you want to support the platform that way and you're in the Discord, subscribe there. If you don't know how to, let me know. Just tag me, Hector Talks. Finally, follow me on the other social media platforms, literally just YouTube and Instagram right now. Hector Talks with 2 R's. Now, I'd like Erica, to do a quick little plug for herself before we end the stream.
Oh. I'm working on it. Oh my God, my auntie ordered stuff. I'm so happy. That's so cool. Okay, all right. Okay, calm down, Erica. Be easy. Okay. Guys, yes, let's just do all of the good things. You can visit the ericaeffect.com, all right, to get your cool, do all the good things tees along with the bruh hat. I am going to be spending tonight and tomorrow working on some new stuff, trying to get some stationery up there, a new mug with the saying, and also a new tee with the saying. So more stuff to come soon. I would just say, please make sure that you visit Hector's and like get you a Kamala Would Never hat and also a Kamala Would Never tee. I really want that navy blue hoodie. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get that. Also, at my site until the 23rd, you can get free shipping with the code MOMSHIP. Shout out to my mom. It's MOMSHIP. MOMSHIP will get you free shipping, guys. So ericaeffect.com, Erica Effect, guys. Effect. ericaeffect.com. Links in the bio, by the way. Erica Effect. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Keep doing all the good things.
YouTube like shows. I just got a content detection on YouTube copyright. Someone took my video. I don't think they.
Oh, did someone?
Interesting Hector guest. Interesting. Should I go sue him? I'm just kidding. How do I do the redirect thing again?
Remember redirects, you go to studio
content live.
Yes, and then the pencil for edit, and then customization on the left hand side.
Why do I always struggle with the customization part? This is copyright, this is clips, customization. Okay,
you got it.
Yes. Who is live? Santana and Dan.
Go to Dan.
We're gonna go to Dan. We're going to raid Dan.
My TikTok bestie.
All right. Those of you who are on the YouTube side, I set the redirect to go to Dan Malik's live. He's currently co-hosting with some other individuals in regards to some breaking news and pertinent information about the Epstein files. So go check that out. I am going to go find something cool to do. I'm tired. That is one of the most fun lives I've ever had.
You had a ball.
That was one of the most fun lives I've ever had, man. That shit was crazy.
And you didn't even take your ashwagandha.
You know what's crazy? I did. It was starting to wear the fuck out on your live. It was starting to wear the fuck out on your live. But yeah.
That's fair. My live was stressful.
Thank you, Mitchell, for the 50 jewels. Thank you, JGB, for the 50 jewels. Thank you again for the 50 jewels. Thank you, Charisma Honey, for the 2 jewels. Thank you, Bacon, for the 50 jewels. Thank you, Ruger, for the 50 jewels over on YouTube. I appreciate you. That's crazy. You went the whole live without a super chat over there? That's fucking insane. With that being said, YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Shout out to some of the hardest working mods on this platform. No diss to my
That
TikTok
part.
mods, but I don't do shit on YouTube. They run YouTube. They run it. And that's why I get irritated with y'all, because y'all be putting in the comments, I got muted, I got this, I got that. Call the fucking number.
Taro, Feisty, Jonna.
Toy Box Bree, Ruth.
Yep, Ruth. All the mods.
All the mods.
All the mods.
Everybody. Okay. Big shout out to y'all. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Stick around. Literally, as soon as I end this live, it's going to tune you over into a new one. Okay. So go support that stream. Go learn you some things. Thank you guys so much for being here.